Podcast League now. Starring the Casablanca Kid. He turns good taste into bad. Movie hero. He has a stutter, but he's smooth like butter. And Pez, with the ability to Pez.
Welcome to Podcast League Now, on the podcast that has essentially become our kind of floating podcast whenever we have extra time to do it. We haven't been doing it as regularly, but we do stuff like this for our top 12 of the year, and that's what we're here for tonight, and it should be very, very interesting. We're a little past the halfway point of the year because I was out of town and we had some scheduling issues and that kind of thing, so you may see some movie pop up that are just slightly after half of the year, but it's basically our top of the year so far.
It's fine because we do our actual top 12 in January anyway, so it's fine. It's not that big deal.
Yeah. So it'll be fine. But yeah, let's go ahead and introduce our panel for tonight. So I'm one of your hosts, as always, Jordan, the movie hero Anderson, and with me here we have my co-host Austin Pez Howell.
I mean, anybody who saw, my countdown with JPO probably already got a little preview of my list, but if you haven't, that's fine. Check it out. Run it back here. And looking forward to seeing what everybody else has on the list so far. And maybe if I missed anything, I'll jot a few things down. And always good to get recommendations.
Yeah, same. But we also have a few other people that have seen quite a few movies this year. We got Dan Skip Allen with us. How's it going, Dan?
Pretty good. Yeah, I put my list out the last day in June, thinking this is going to be a first half of 2025. But now that we're a few weeks into 2020, July, the second half, I have to adjust a little bit. I won't have to adjust too much, but I seen a lot of movies in July already, so get to add a few to the list that I wouldn't have otherwise had. So that works out good for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah. And then also we have Jonathan Caro. How's it going, Jonathan?
Pretty well. Not 100%, but thankfully it's in the beginning of a very long week for me. But I'll talk about these movies as bluntly as I can. And a solid half of the year so far. Not great, but solid.
But yeah, it's a very long week for me too. As you'll see, I might be doing close to 6 things this week, so shows, we'll see. So I was out of town and I come back with a bang, but it's all good. And then we might have hopefully Wolfman here if he can get his technical issues figured out. So we'll see if he shows up. But you might be the most apt on how it's going to work tonight, Austin. And do you want to maybe break it down and let everyone know?
Yeah, no. So we're going to do like a kind of round table style. We'll go around and obviously we'll start with number 12. Well, we'll start with honorable mentions real quick. We'll just run those by very quickly here in a minute. We'll go around. Everybody will start with their number 12. And we'll use the punting system tonight. So if somebody, say, has something at their number 12 that somebody has 2 spots or higher is what we'll kind of use the guideline for. So it's only 1 spot away. We'll go and talk about it. But if, say somebody has something at number 12, somebody else has something at number 6, just say punt, and we'll punt it till later. When it gets to its highest spot on anybody's list, then we'll stop and we'll go back, and everybody who had that movie on their list will then talk about that movie, in that roundtable style. So we'll go around the circle. Everybody will get their 12s and their 11s, et cetera, et cetera. Try to keep it under 90 seconds or so will be kind of our measure. We won't super rush anybody, but just so, because we got a lot of movies to talk about here tonight. So just want to keep the show moving along. Give us some quick notes as to what it is, and then I'll have a little ticker here at the bottom for everybody's list that I'll keep down. So if you'll see that when it's Jonathan's turn, it'll be kind of just rolling all on the bottom, so everybody can keep up with everybody's list. So if you missed anything that anybody said, or if you come in here a little later, you can get caught up on what everybody's talking about. So that's how it's going to work. It's pretty simple and straightforward.
I think it's pretty obvious too. We don't need a punt during anyone's honorable mentions either. Just say them and that's
No, just say your honorable mentions. Yeah, if anybody has that on their list, it'll just be on your list, so that's totally fine.
yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, but usually as the co-host, I usually elect to go last. So maybe we can kick it off with Austin. Maybe if you want to run down your honorable mentions, any that you might have.
Yeah, just a few. I won't go too in depth, but Final Destination Bloodlines I very much enjoyed. A nice kind of getting back to the form for the series, and I enjoy those movies very much. I like The Monkey, also kind of with a few Final Destination vibes, but a lot of fun, a great dark sense of humor that I wasn't really expecting out of the bag there. Black Bag, Steven Soderbergh's movie, I very much enjoyed. A nice kind of just thriller made for adults and good puzzle that comes together very nicely. One of the better written movies of the year. And then I'll just throw one more. I watched Bob Trevino Likes It today, and I very much enjoyed that as well. So yeah, it's not going to quite make my top 12, but I liked it enough to be on my honorable mentions. It was very good.
What was that last one, Austin?
Yeah,
Bob Trevino Likes It. Yeah,
yeah.
I think it's on a people's list, so people will talk about it.
That's
I think
a good movie. That's a good little indie.
Yeah, it's a good little indie movie.
Yeah, I don't know if it's on streaming yet, but I think it's.
We just rented it. I just rented it this afternoon, so I VOD it today.
Nice.
So yeah, that's what I did. So yeah, it's good stuff.
Yeah, sounds good. Well, we move over to Jonathan. What you got for honorable mentions?
Okay, I'll name 6 to make it short. Final Destination Bloodlines. Yeah, I think it is the best Final Destination movie of the franchise. So kudos to them. Great job. My Dead Friend Zoe. Harrowing movie. Predator, Killer of Killers. Can't wait to see what they do with the next one. Mickey 17. Now, one of his masterpieces, one of Bong Joon-ho's masterpieces, but it's a pretty good movie. The Wedding Banquet, very good remake. And I saw Eddington. Interesting.
Yeah,
that's all.
Thinker.
I'm just gonna say interesting. I'm gonna rewatch it again down the line to see if it holds up. But for now, honorable mention.
Yeah, I need to marinate on that one for a little while.
Yeah,
so that's why it's honorable mention right now.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, Dan, what do you got for some honorable mentions?
Yeah, I got Lilo and Stitch live action, How to Train Your Dragon live action, Thunderbolts, Ilio, Magazine Dreams, Sacramento, Ballerina, Black Bag, and Presents.
Okay.
And because we are doing 12, I was able to add 2 more to my list.
To your actual list, yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, it worked out perfect for me.
All right. Well, there you go. Bump a few in there.
Sure. Well, I've already got 2 recommendations there that I haven't seen, Magazine Dreams or Sacramento. So, sorry. Got random ads on my note app now for some reason. but yeah, let me see. For my honorable mention, I have 6. So I have Karate Kid Legends, Mickey 17, which that movie I had in my top 12, and the more I thought about it, it's good, but it's kind of more honorable mention territory. The more I thought about it, but
I thought it was in the decade list, but okay.
I thought it was a decade list, so shouldn't it be in your top 12?
Well, it was there, but then I just thought about it more, and but then I had Dangerous Animals on there. I actually was a big fan of that. I have Novocaine, I have The Gorge, and Final Destination Bloodlines. So those are mine.
All right, cool.
So yeah, but we can get into our number 12. So we can go to Austin first, and we can just rotate around with who starts, kind of like
we'll just go around in a little circle here. Yeah.
So
let me I'll type mine out on my little ticker here. Yeah, I got a little ticker for everybody down here, so let me get mine in there to get started here. But yeah, my number 12 will be 28 Years Later. So that'll kick things off right now. Punt that till later. Okay, then we'll punt 28 years later. Again, if as long as it's 2 or more, we'll punt it till there. So that'll be my
essentially I think how we should do is if you have it on your list, you can talk about it. If you don't, but maybe you have like a quick little thought, you can give a little blurb if you want to, but you don't even have to say anything if it's not on your list.
Yeah, but we'll hold off till it gets through its high spot then. So that was easy enough. All right. Well, Mr. Caro, what is your number 12? Kick us off.
My number 12 right now. By the way, this list is subject to change, so it's not set in stone until the new year. So I can redo it whatever I want. Okay, number 12. Companion.
Companion. Okay.
Okay.
And we will punt that. And we'll punt that till later. Yes.
Oh,
sorry.
okay. We're gonna punt.
I was typing out your thing and I was like, oh yeah, punt that till later.
Good thing you paused there. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, we will punt companion for right now. So there you go. All right. Well, Dan, that's easy enough. Sometimes that happens in these early ones when we get them a little higher. But Dan, what you got at your number 12 for the moment?
My number 12 is The Legend of Ochi. You guys know I'm a massive fan of E.T. the Extraterrestrial. It was one of those moments in my life where it was really it helped make me the film fan I am. And The Legend of Ochi really reminded me a lot of E.T. Helen Zengel, Willem Dafoe, the little creatures are really amazing. I absolutely loved it. And it just gave me those ET vibes, and that's why I loved it so much.
Okay, there you go. And Jordan, he might be here just in time. Wolfman's here just in time.
All right.
There you go.
Oh,
we were
just
nice. Just kicking off the list, man. You here with us? You good?
Oh yeah, perfect. Thank you. Yeah, I can hear you. I'm all good. Yeah, I was just having bad technical difficulties trying to get in there, but I'm here now. So
all right. So how it's going to work, Wolf, is we just ran down just a few of our honorable mentions. If you want to run down 5 or 6 honorable mentions, you can just rattle those off really quick, and then you can jump into your top 12. We are using the punting system. We already went over there. So if somebody else has it 2 spaces or higher on their list, we'll just say punt, and we'll punt until later. So, and then when we get to its highest spot, we'll talk about it then. So that's pretty much it. Wolf.
Malcolm throwing up his number 12, Nona, which I've heard good things about from a lot of people.
All right. Well, Wolf, you're in time. So, yeah, you want to rattle off a couple honorable mentions and then give us your number 12. What you got?
Yeah, so a few honorable mentions I have. Warfare is one that I personally was a fan of. I just don't have it in my 12 because I thought the actual messaging was a little – I thought the technical aspects were great. I just thought the messaging was a little basic, but it still was really good. Predator, Killer of Killers was just awesome. Was not expecting to be as good as it was. Friendship, funniest movie of the year. I was laughing from start to finish on that. Sally is a great documentary from National Geographic about Sally Wright, the first female astronaut, and it was really fantastic. The one I saw at Sundance, The Things You Kill, that film, I'm not saying anything. Y'all are not prepared for that. That's all I'll say. And then Magazine Dreams is one that, yes, I know we are having issues with Jonathan Majors, but his performance in this, it's like best of the decade level good. Like, I would put it in the conversation of that good in terms of his performance. Like, if he didn't fuck himself over, he would be getting considered for Academy Award consideration, because, like, man, is his performance otherworldly in that. So yeah, those are, and Final Destination Bloodlines, one just in love to that, but those are
Destination Bloodlines made a whole bunch of honorable mentions lists, so that's pretty good for a horror movie.
It did, yeah. It is, yeah.
Pretty good.
Oh yeah.
Nice. All right. Well, what is your number 12? And again, just give us a pause. Like, throw the movie out there fairly early just so we can pause in case there's a punt. So just let us know.
Yeah. But real quick, I was going to throw out. Brian says that his number 12 is Thunderbolts. So.
Oh, Thunderbolts. That's another one that would be my honorable mentions. I forgot about, but yeah, Thunderbolts was very great. My number 12. Y'all are gonna love this. It is Wick is Pain. I mean, seen that?
Yeah, I saw the documentary Wick is Pain, but I mean, it's not on my list.
Yeah.
All right.
No, because under a paywall, when I tried to watch it, I'm like, I'll try to find it free later.
I think I own it on Fandango at home.
It's available to rent though, so it's like cheap. And you are a fan of, if you're a fan of John Wick, it's definitely worth the rental. Like,
nice.
This documentary really goes deep into just the not only what it took to make this franchise, but also how the franchise almost didn't even happen. That, like, thanks to Eva Longoria of all people, actually, that really? It was thanks to her that this franchise actually happened, because she was a producer on the film, and she basically financed the money that she had to get the movie going the way it could. and then once it became a hit, just all the other technicalities with it that happened, and I also loved, as someone who is very passionate about the stunt community and even want to make a documentary about the stunt community one day, I thought it was great that they have a section in this doc that is just basically dedicated to the stunt performers in the John Wick franchise, which is nice and really showing the process it takes for these stunt performers. So this is, I'm usually not this high on documentaries that are just documentaries about filmmaking or about a behind the scenes kind of movie deal, because those feel, basic. But this one was awesome, and it felt like a love letter to the franchise. If you are a huge fan of the franchise, you absolutely have to check this one out.
Okay, there we go. All right, number 12, Wicked's Pain, Wolfman. All right, Jordan, what you got for your number 12?
For my number 12, I have Friendship.
Friendship is a punt.
Okay, then we'll hold off.
All right. It's 2 spots, so we'll get there.
Yeah, okay.
All right. But that counts.
Right.
2 spots are higher. All right, so we are back around to me. Since it's in my honorables, I bumped it up to number 11 to spend it 12. My number 11 is Drop. So I thought Drop was great. I really loved this thriller. It has a lot of kind of Hitchcock elements to it, as far as like playing out the mystery of everything. I like a good one location thriller that's almost played in real time, from when they sit down to when they reveal everything. I like the use of the technology with the text messages and everything on the screen. I thought the performances were excellent. I thought the 2 actors had really good chemistry together in there, and I just got way more wrapped up in it than I thought I would, just on the surface, with the backstory and just the way everything plays out. So I think Christopher Landon's batting pretty solid right now between Happy Death Day and Freaky and Drop, and I'm looking forward to everything he does. So we'll see where he goes from here. But I like Drop a lot more than I kind of thought I would going into it. As annoyed as I was with seeing the trailer over and over again in the theaters, because they attached it to just about every movie, the actual movie ended up being a lot of fun. So I'll go Drop for my number 11.
Well, and that actress is
Solid.
Is really solid in White Lotus season 2. She's in that, and she's really good. So, and also we have Brian putting in this number 11 also dropped. So
there you go.
So that's
Nice.
there. And then Malcolm has Mission Impossible: Final Reckoning on it.
All right, cool.
So,
all right, well, Mr. Caro, what you got for number 11?
yeah.
My number 11 is Thunderbolts Asterisk.
That's gonna be a punt for me.
All right, so
we will
take that. Right, that can happen on early until we get to those lower spots. But there you go. So we will take.
I got a long week. I'll save my voice. It's cool.
Yeah, no, save your voice, buddy. So for later. All right, so Mr. Caro's got Thunderbolts.
Oh yeah, here we go. We'll see.
Yeah, no.
Director said, "Oh wait, no, we won't."
Yeah, no. Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
All right. So just like that, we're back around to Dan for your number 11.
Yeah, Malcolm. Good minds, great minds think alike. I got Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning as my number.
We'll put that till later.
There'll be a punt. Yep.
Yeah.
I knew that was going to come. I'm getting my titles out right away because I know.
Yeah, there you go. All right, so we'll punt Mission Impossible till later, but there you go. All right, Wolf, and just like that, we're back around to you. So
nice. I will do my number 11 is The Ballad of Wallace Island.
Punt.
Oh, okay.
God, I need to watch that. It's on Peacock now. I need to watch that.
Yeah.
I'm not as crazy about
my
this
list
too, but it's good.
All right. Ballad of Wallace Island. Yeah, I've been wanting to see that one. Well, we know what sucked about that, Wolf. They played the trailers for it at my Regal for weeks, and then it never came out at my Regal. That annoyed the shit out of me. I hate when they do.
I hate when they.
Do not play the thing at my damn theater if you're not going to show the movie. Like, why would you not show that? It's bullshit.
Yeah, that's a bunch of baloney.
Yeah.
I should never do that.
All right.
I hate that. So, all right. Well, just like that, we were back to Jordan.
All right. Let's see. My number 11 is Death of a Unicorn.
Unicorn. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Good
Yeah. So, I just had a lot of fun with it. I really dig movies that are like very original, very like just like taking a concept and spinning it on his head and making them dark and kind of eerie. And I had a really good theater experience. I went with my mom, and she was a little tipsy when we saw it, so she was just laughing it up, having a good time. She found Will Poulter especially amusing in it, but yeah, I think that it's a great role for Jenna Ortega. Paul Rudd was great. Also Anthony Carrigan too, like he was solid, and then Richard E. Grant too. So like all those guys, and I just thought that it was a cool take on just these. They find a unicorn, and they think they're gonna make it like rich, even though they're already rich, but they're gonna get even more rich, and so they want to harness it for its powers, its healing powers, and it's gonna cure cancer and like cure the world. But I appreciate that it has a fair amount of humor in it too, and there's even some like funny kind of interesting things at close to the end too that are good, and yeah, so I had a good time with the death of a unicorn. So
All right, there you
I
go.
liked it more. I liked it more than most too.
One of the
Yeah.
biggest disappointments of the year for me.
oh
I
dang,
liked it. I liked it.
yeah.
All right,
I thought it was funny as hell.
yeah.
Yeah, same.
All right, background on me. We're on our top 10. So my number 10 for me is Friendship, which was just tabled a minute ago.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, if it's
Okay.
higher for anybody
Funny
else.
movie.
Otherwise, me and Wolf, I guess we'll talk about it.
Me too.
So
I have
yeah,
it on my list.
yeah. Is it higher or around the same? Or
I have it at my number 12.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So me,
It was
me,
you and
Wolf,
Jordan.
everybody. That's right. Didn't Wolf have it on his list or just Jordan?
No, I had it on honorable mentions.
Gotcha. That's what it was. I like Tim Robinson a lot. I think he has a very unique, like kind of crazy, quirky blend of humor, and I think it works. I had a really good screening of the movie. I think everybody in my screening was down for whatever they were throwing at us, and it helped because I had my entire theater was laughing at everything, every awkward moment, every just like weird line he spits out. Yeah, the movie feels like a series of kind of just mini sketches and whatnot. All the stuff with the wife in the sewer is very funny.
Yeah.
All this stuff where he thinks he's going to take this life-altering drug with the frog, and then he just goes to Subway. Like that stuff is hilarious in his little dream. Fucking frog ripped me off. All kinds of stuff. I thought, which is really really funny. I think we're lacking a lot of like really great comedies in theaters right now, and I'm glad the A24 let Tim just kind of seems like they gave him creative control to do the kind of movie he wants to do. Yeah, about this dude who's kind of socially awkward and doesn't handle rejection very well, and and again Paul Rudd, who between this and like Death of a Unicorn is doing some unique roles lately, and I think that he's doing some almost like not likable characters as well, which I think is interesting for Paul Rudd. So I like to see him branching out and doing things like this. So yeah, it's one that I'll definitely pick up on Blu-ray and I'm gonna watch again. So I very much enjoyed Friendship. So yeah, Jordan.
Yeah, so I had a really fun time. Yeah, like it's kind of weird. Like I saw Friendship maybe like 2 weeks after it had come out, and the theater was still like pretty packed. Surprisingly, like there's a lot of people in there, and yeah, I understand the divisiveness. You either really vibe with Tim Robinson's style of humor, or you don't. I'm a big fan of. I think you should leave, and like when he was on SNL, and there's just random lines that they're just out of left field. You're like, what the heck? Like when he's like, when my hair's down, call me T-boy, or like just random stuff, or like his wife gets lost in the sewers, and she comes back and she's like, I had an orgasm in the sewers. I'm like, what is that about? Okay, but the turn also of Paul Rudd's character, like you wonder what's going on, because I think that like he really wanted to be his friend, and he's really down, and then he realized how weird this dude is, and he's like, I don't know about this guy kind of thing. And yeah, and I would highly recommend it. So I know that I shouted it out the other day, but the Rick Glassman podcast where he had Paul Rudd on. He also has Michael Cera on there pretending to be his assistant on there also, and things just go crazy. And by the end of it, he ends up on a bunch of drugs, and he keeps saying like, when you get older, it's really hard to make friends, and he's really like can really stretch it out, and then he keeps saying it, just like throwing it into random times over and over. Like, why do you keep saying that? But I'm a big proponent for just awkward, random humor. Like the more random and off the wall, the funnier. That's my style of humor, because I'm obviously like a Napoleon Dynamite guy, or just quirky kind of humor. So Tim Robinson has that. So yeah, I had a good time.
Yeah, it's going to become a cult classic for sure in the next couple of years, I think.
Yeah,
but fun.
I think so.
All right. Well, for friendship. So, Mr. Caro,
Jonathan, I think said something, right? Jonathan, no.
Well, now since it's my turn, if I were 7 honorable mentions, this would be the 7th one.
Oh,
Friendship.
Okay.
I
Nice.
apologize. I
Because
thought
it is
I heard you say that. Something.
No, it is a funny comedy. I enjoy it.
All right,
Yeah.
my bad. Okay, go ahead.
All right, number 10. I'm going to be surprised if y'all have this, because this is the newest addition to my list. K-pop Demon Hunters.
I
I saw the
need to
trailer
see
for
this.
this. Yeah,
I need to see this.
I
I missed out on
No.
it. Oh man.
I had one of my writers on my site review this, so I haven't seen
the
it.
trailers look really cool though. Yeah.
Look, I did not expect to like it this much. I'll be honest, because the animation is so vibrant that the creators intertwine this anime style of animation with this mythical lore that is inventive, interesting, and a little bit emotional. You have the themes of family, and also intertwined with a rivalry where these K-pop superstar trio named Huntrix, these female superstar trio, are just there to protect their fans from demons. And this demons, they're pissed off because they not get to them, and their plan is to get a boy band to take over and steal their fans. So it's funny, it's charming, and interesting. So yeah, I think it's a spiritual, fun time, and I think it's my leading candidate of the animated movie of the year so far. I think it's really good. It's been an interesting year for animation. I haven't seen Elio, but I think it's been pretty interesting. So hopefully this sticks around at the end of the year. So K-pop.
It could wind up, unless there's like some weird foreign one that comes out, it could wind up being the front runner for anime feature.
I wouldn't put my finger on that. There's a movie called Neja 2 that comes out in August with a English dub that has made over $2 billion with the B. And keep an eye out for Neja 2. Neja 1 is available for $5 on Fandango. $5.
But my conclusion is, if you like this type of animation, this would be a good double feature with Turning Red.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
You're
just throwing it out there. Malcolm really liked the Megan 2.0. That might make some dishonorable mention list.
If you go watch me, JPO and Richie's countdown, you'll find it on my worst of list and try me rant about it for 2 or 3 minutes.
You know what? He's the first person that I know who loved it.
Yeah, but
He's the very
and then
first person I know.
Brian has F1 in his number 10. He says dad movie of the year.
We'll talk about it.
Also, Tristan actually loved Megan 2.0. He gave it like a 4 out of 5. So like, she's not Malcolm's not the only one that loves it. So,
yeah,
I'll see it this week. I'll judge for myself.
I haven't seen it because of the bad reviews, so I'm like, I don't know.
Okay. Dan, what is your number 10?
Yeah, Brian. A little movie called F1.
We're punting.
Well, we're punting that. So
Yeah, we're
Okay.
yeah.
right.
So let's. I know. Sorry. Easy couple of ours. We will get there. We'll get to these. All right.
When it gets to me, you can just skip over me because
Don't start your
because
engine.
F1's is also my number 10. So
We're punting.
Well, we're still punting it. So yeah, there you go. All right. Wolf, what is your number 10?
another documentary. I have to put the emphasis on this one. Deaf President Now, because it has an exclamation point at the end. So you have to, you have to yell it. Basically,
what is it called?
Yeah.
Deaf President Now.
Deaf, like DEAF, like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said deaf.
Yeah,
no, like
deaf
deaf community. Yeah.
Okay.
No. It's now Austin is halfway right when he does say Apple TV Plus is where movies go to die.
No, it's where movies go to be forgotten into the ether. It's where movies. Yeah. It's F1 is where or Apple is where movies go for movies to not exist anymore. That's where they go.
Yeah,
But they released F1, which is an
Unless
Apple
if you're
movie, which makes
Scorsese
sense.
or
So.
Kaczynski, that's it.
Yeah.
but I will say when it comes to their documentaries, those are usually always really good because they have some good docs on Apple TV Plus. And this one to me is the best doc I've seen this year so far. It's about a revolution that y'all didn't even know really happened, which was in 1988. There was a revolution between these 4 deaf students at the only deaf university where they decided to fight and push for a deaf president to represent the school because they were once again, and the school has been around for apparently for like ages and ages, but like hundreds of years. They said like over and over they would only have a talking president, someone who doesn't understand what it's like to be deaf, doesn't understand what it's like to be in that kind of environment. So they take it upon themselves, these 4 students, to basically have a civil rights movement for the deaf community, if you will, to be able to fight this. And I won't tell you the results of what happened, but it's a really fantastic doc, and you really connect with the 4 students here and the rest of the students. And the way that they implement sound in this, I really wish I could have seen it in a theater, because there are times where they use deafness to actually implement with the sound. And I thought it's not going to happen, but this would be like a dream pick for like best sound design at the Oscars. Like in terms of like a nomination list, it would be a dream pick of mine just because of how great they implement the deaf sound and everything like that. It's really, really well done. So if y'all are in the mood for a fantastic documentary, this is the best of the bunch, in my opinion, so far, is Deaf President Now.
So, there you go.
Okay.
I heard it was good, Wolf. I haven't had
Yeah.
a chance to see it.
Yeah, it's really great.
All right. Well, we would go to Jordan, but he said his number 10 was F1, so we're
Yeah,
still
it's
going
F1.
to punt that. So, so we'll talk about that at some point tonight. So my number 9 is one that got mentioned earlier on Caro's list. We'll see if it's higher for anybody else. My number 9 is Companion. So is that the highest it goes? Okay. Well, me and Jonathan will talk about it then. Companion. Jack Quaid's having a great year. Won't be the only time we talk about Jack Quaid tonight. I think he's having, he's really branching out, showing his range. I like the fact that, I went into this. I saw the original teaser trailer, so I knew there was something involving, AI or a robot or something like that. I wish I had known a little less about it because, it's a great little twisty kind of sci-fi thriller, with a little bit of heart, at the center of it. I really like the ensemble here. Again, I also like that it's kind of a relatively one location thriller, mostly at this, house, in the middle of nowhere. I don't even want to reveal like too much in case anybody missed it. It does involve kind of AI, involves a little bit of sci-fi tech and whatnot. These relationships at the heart of it. I really like the relationship between the 2 guys with the one AI as well. I thought was great. Jack Quaid's sort of villainy that he shows a little later in the movie, I thought actually was very effective and very, very good. And he gets a little scary at times. So, it's a nice, tight movie. I think it was like 90 or 95 minutes. I mean, it was very, very tight. Get in and get out. And I was just really entertained the whole time. It was one of the better movies to come out in the very early part of the year because that was like a January release. So, it was one of the better movies. Yeah, definitely of the first month or so. So, Companion. But,
Can I just add this about Companion real quick? Is I want to go on a rant about marketing, just a little small.
Can I go next?
Let Caro go first. Let Caro go first. He's got it on his list, and then you can rant for a second.
Yeah. We'll save the rant for last.
Okay.
Save the best for last. No, it is an original futuristic concept of ownership. I mean, how it has this thrilling outlook of the future of how toxic ownership and masculinity are handled when it comes to manipulating companionship to make themselves look good. And it's very interesting. Clever, fun. Sophie Thatcher is great in this movie. Jack Quaid, great. Toxic boyfriend. But the one performance I want to shout out is, and I think is overlooked, is Lucas Gage. And I don't want to say who he plays. I'll just leave it at that because he's fantastic. So yeah, I think it's reminiscent of a more clever, more fun Ex Machina, but yeah, I think it's just a terrific time. And when it comes out around October, I'll definitely see it again. If when it's out in October, just as a horror marathon. So
Yeah.
Now take it away, Wolf.
No,
All right. So I was lucky enough to have only seen the teaser, when the one where she's like burning her arm or whatever, the candle and everything. But a lot of people went and saw what the other trailer that was released. And then after that other trailer was released, the director, Jack Quaid, all these people started tweeting out saying like, no, do not watch this trailer. Do not watch this trailer. They could not even believe their eyes on what was happening, which was literally them revealing the actual plot twist in the trailer. And because the scene is played out like a plot twist. If you know what it's about, it's like a plot twist. And they straight up say, oh yeah, this is it in the trailer. And you're like, whoa, what? And I couldn't believe that they did that. Other people couldn't believe they did that. And it just, ever since that, I've now learned I basically will never watch any more trailers. I would just watch maybe a teaser from now on of anything, but I never watch any more trailers. I just cannot stand the fact that people will go out of their way to ruin movies for other people like that. It just
Agreed, Wolf. Agreed, because that's not the only one that's happened to this year. There's been a few that they reveal the twist in the dang trailer. It's like, come on, man. I mean, just because you want people to go see the movie doesn't mean you have to give away the movie in the trailer. I mean, it's ridiculous what they've been doing in trailers lately.
Yeah. It's crazy.
That's why I don't want any more trailers for like Weapons, like the Zach Cregger movie that's coming out.
No.
Like I had that teaser. It gave me just enough of like the vibe of the movie, but nothing else. You know what I mean? Just a little bit.
That Super Bowl teaser. That's all you need.
Right.
That's all I've seen of Weapons. Every time it plays in the movie theater, I literally go like this every single time.
The trailers have not really revealed anything. They haven't really revealed anything. They've been, it's just given like vibes and a few images and things, but nothing crazy. It hasn't really. I still don't know the plot of that movie, so that's a good thing.
Same thing with Naked Gun. That teaser was exactly what you need. I've seen people actually have seen,
but that's different though. That's a comedy. We were familiar.
And they said it's hilarious all the way through.
But you don't want to hear all the jokes like in the trailer.
True.
Like, a lot of comedies do that. Jordan, a lot of comedies do that. They put all the and so, but Naked Gun didn't do that. They only put just a couple in the teaser.
Which is honestly maybe why Megan 2.0 was so disappointing for me too, because all the comedic bits that they did have for that movie, all the actual funny bits were all in the actual film that were in the trailer. Those are all just, they basically spoiled them.
And one thing in the trailer is not even in the movie.
Yeah.
One of the best parts of the trailer isn't even in the movie. It's like, come on, give me a break.
I hate that too.
But just real quick, I was going to throw out that Malcolm's number 9. He had the Hulu movie Odessa on there. I don't even know what that is. But
I knew he would like Odessa. I feel like
check it out though. Yeah, and then Brian has 28 Years Later at December 9th.
Another trailer. I only saw the teaser for that. The Boots.
Oh, that's all you needed.
That's all you needed. And I was like, that's all I needed. I didn't see anything else about that.
All right. Let's get to Mr. Caro's number 9. Let's roll on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Superman.
It'll be a punt.
Well,
for sure.
I got one more spot.
I think Jordan has it higher, so
yeah.
Okay.
That's quite a bit higher. Yeah.
All right, so we're still gonna say we'll tease that there, but all right, we'll put it until later. All right, Dan, what is your number 9?
Materialists.
Really? Okay.
All right.
Materialists.
I saw it today.
I know the vitriol behind this, and I don't follow the vitriol that's behind this because I feel like it's one of the most realistic movies about romance, dating, and relationships I have ever seen. I think that just because you have a powerful woman doesn't mean she can't be like choosing who she wants to be with. And if you got money and you got money coming out the wazoo, you ain't breaking your legs to make yourself taller so you get good looking women and whatever. I know it's a thing, but give me a break. If I have billions of dollars and millions of dollars, I ain't breaking my legs to make myself taller to get a hot girl. That's a bunch of baloney. But the most realistic character is Chris Evans. And he's just a normal guy. Yeah, he's a struggling actor who has to be a server for a catering company. But the relationship between him and Dakota Johnson to me was really real and genuine. And I like the fact that she wanted to be with somebody. She knew she deserved to be with someone better, but she loved him and she liked him, even though he was less than what she thought she deserved. So I really thought Chloe is it? No, it's
Dakota Johnson.
Wayne Song.
Celine Song, the director. Celine Song
yeah.
hit it 2 for 2 for me in her movies, and she really has this romance and relationship genre down to a T. As far as she could have had 3 nobodies in this movie, and I still would have loved it. But she had 3 stars, and I loved it just as much. So that's just me.
Okay.
But yeah. Then Malcolm pointing out the son of Steven Spielberg's in that movie.
Yes,
like,
true.
Like Sawyer Spielberg or something like that. Yeah.
So I'll go 30 seconds on this because I just saw this. Yes, she's 2 for 2. However, I don't put it on a pedestal with Past Lives. I really don't.
No, that's better. That's a little bit better.
No, but Past Lives is like one of the very best movies of that year for me. And I think this one, I thought it was just good. But to me, I think the romance was a little one-sided in both parts. And also, I just didn't get the clarity behind the Evans and Dakota Johnson's relationship, especially in the flashback. I felt that they were so toxic that I couldn't really understand it. It's just really just that flashback. But the honesty was really in that last 20, 25 minutes, and that's it. I was like, this is actually great. This is what I wanted to see. And that's good. But also the Pedro Pascal stuff, it's fine. But I wanted to see more about her job with Sophie, her client. I thought that was the freshest part of the movie.
Stuff was fascinating. That stuff was
love
fascinating.
triangle stuff. So
Pedro Pascal's in so many gosh dang things recently. Jeez.
So I thought it's just good, not great. Chris Evans, actually, I think they should have gone with Chris Pine, but that's just me.
This is, I think, the best performance I've ever seen of Chris Evans in his entire career.
But I think it's just good. I don't think it's on the level of Past Lives.
Yeah.
All right. What you got at number 9?
Yeah.
Number 9, I have maybe the most gut-wrenching film y'all will see all year when it comes out. One I watched at Sundance called Omaha.
Yeah, didn't get to see Omaha. Wish I had.
Yeah, this is very, very depressing. Since a lot of people haven't gotten a chance to see it, I'm going to be vague. I am. Yeah, I'm going to be very vague. But the stars John Majaro, speaking of Past Lives, and there as a dad, basically just on a road trip with his kids. And then as they're on the road trip with his kids, just certain things start to unfold. I'm not going to say what they are, but I thought this movie was very beautiful, very lived in. I thought the performances were all excellent. John Majaro, in a perfect world, would be considered for Best Actor at the Academy Awards. Maybe that's why it hasn't released yet. Maybe they're trying to push it for a fall awards race.
Is this Netflix? Did Netflix buy this?
I'd have to look again. I think they did. I forget, but
They either bought that or Train Dreams or whatever.
yeah, I know they bought Train Dreams for sure. I forget who bought Omaha, but it's so good. And the kids in here, Molly Bell Wright, especially the daughter, will blow you away how good she is. The child actors are super good in here. This is a film that will make you laugh. It'll make you cry. It'll give you every emotion you want to feel. This is a really beautiful, but also heartbreaking and touching movie that I definitely recommend. So Omaha is my number 9. Great debut from Cole Webley, and I will see whatever he does next. So
they're saying it's going to get a theatrical release through Greenwich Entertainment. So there you go.
Greenwich
called?
Theatrical, nice.
What, Austin?
The latest Greenwich, like the Greenwich, like the Connecticut town, like Greenwich.
Greenwich Village, all that.
Yeah,
When
it doesn't have. This is an article from April. It just says they picked it up for a theatrical release. I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, is that the same? I think that's the same studio that did like The Apprentice and other stuff, right?
Maybe.
No,
Yeah.
that's
So it might be
Briarcliff. Briarcliff did The Apprentice
Oh.
and Magazine Dreams.
Oh, okay.
So it might be kind of a limited theatrical. We'll see what happens. So
Yeah.
all right. Okie dokie. All right. So Jordan, we are up to you.
My number 9 is my dead friend Zoe. My number 9. Right.
Very underrated.
Yeah. So yeah, very underrated. This is one that like maybe the title literally almost spoils it because you kind of know, but like maybe don't watch the trailers on this one either, but it's fine though. You kind of know it going in that there's a dead friend because it's in the title. But I thought that the cast all the way around was just so good. Like Sonequa Martin Green, like she just kills it in like everything that she's in. Whether or not the thing that she's in is necessarily like amazing, like she always is, and then Natalie Morales too, because she went from being like a singer to an actor, and she's great. And then also Ed Harris. Oh my gosh, because like I've also had a grandfather that was slowly getting dementia and like had to transition from like one part of life to needing a little more help and all that. So I can relate in it, and even bought the romance between Sonequa Martin Green and Utkarsh and Budkar. I think that's how you say it. but he's in that TV show Ghost though on CBS though. So and yeah, like it's just like how people deal with like what happens to people in war and like losing one of the best friends she ever had. But then she has these kind of like visions of her friend, like her friend's still there and like being a companion to her and like there's some pretty like heart-wrenching, heartbreaking things, but the way that it's done and that it plays out just really, really good. This movie hooked me from the trailer. So I say like don't see the trailers, but actually like kind of low-key do if you're not too concerned about spoilers because the trailers are really excellent. Like they really got me hooked and I was like, man, I got to check this thing out. It just looks so good. And I already knew it was going to be a heart breaker one. And then you also have Morgan Freeman in there. He's like, I think he's like a therapist or something like that in there. But yes,
VA.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So he's the VA, yeah, like trying to get her to come to all the meetings. That's what it is. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. But it's very good, very excellent. I would highly recommend it. So yeah, my dead friend Zoe.
Very good.
My number 9, or
Yeah.
Zoe. I think it's Zoe.
Zoe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Zoe.
Well, my great grandma, her name was actually Zoe, and it was spelled Zoe. So that's why I think Zoe. Well.
All right. We were on to the number 8. My number 8 is Bring Her Back.
Punt.
Yes.
All right. We will punt that till later then. There you go.
All right.
All right. Easy punt there. Mr. Caro, you're number 8.
We're going to keep the horror train going.
Yeah.
The Ugly Stepsister.
We will punt that till later.
Yeah.
I still haven't seen
More,
that one.
yeah. All right.
Yeah.
And then I forgot to mention that in my honorable mentions.
Oh, I can't wait to talk about
That
this.
was in my
All
honorable
right.
mentions.
So we will hold off on the Ugly
Write
Stepsister.
that
So yeah, there we go. Okay.
They do have Shutter, so
Yeah,
check that out.
it's on Shutter. All right, Dan. Just like that, we were on to your number 8.
Well, that was going to be It was going to be Superman, but we're still punting on Superman.
We're still
Yeah.
punting on Superman. Okay, so we're still
Yeah.
punting Superman because Jordan
That's
has it higher. All right, so we'll punt
Yeah.
Superman till later then for Caro and Jordan. All right, Wolf, on to your number 8. All right.
All righty. Well, I've only had one punt so far, but I promise I'll definitely get to ones that more people will have seen because I have them on my list here. But this one is another one I saw out of Sundance. This is the last of the Sundance ones I've seen, though. And this one is called, and I'll have to spell it for you, Black News Terms and Conditions. Now, but let me tell you how it's spelled. So it's BLKNWS and then colon, and those are all in all caps, BLKNWS, and then colon,
I'll look it up.
then just normal is terms and condition. So, yeah, this movie, what's kind of interesting is, so the director, Khalil Joseph, he had this picked up by A24, and A24 was going to release it, but then he basically said, "Oh, this isn't my like other cut. I'm going to be releasing like multiple cuts of this film. Like this is not going to be it. Like he doesn't want to settle on just one cut. He wants to do like multiple different cuts." And they were just like, "Then I'm sorry, we can't work with you." So like right now, it's just kind of in limbo. So we don't know when it's going to be released. It's just this movie. The best way I can describe it. I mean, the plot says here, preeminent West African curator and scholar Ben Maleo. I'm not going to say the last name. Sorry, just not even going to try. Magnum opus, the resonance field, leads her to the heart of the Atlantic Ocean, drawing a journalist into a journey that shatters her understanding of consciousness and time. And what's interesting is, so I actually ordered tickets to see Twinless, but then there was a thing that happened where that movie got taken off of the Sundance website because there were scenes that were already leaked online. People were recording scenes and they were leaking them online. And because of that, they just decided to take the whole movie off. And they were like, here, you can get here, we'll give you a movie for free now. And I was like, really? And I went, and Sorry Baby was sold out. So I was like, oh, shoot. That was like the only other one I wanted to check out. And then I looked at the reviews of this and I was like, oh, this is getting really good reviews. Maybe I'll see this. And I'm glad I did, because I don't even know if y'all will ever see it. If he just doesn't want to choose a definitive cut, we'll see. But I hope he does. But this is wild. It's a concoction of like, it's not a documentary, but it's like, feels like it's part documentary, part like sci-fi movie, part all. It's like really wild. There's like it's just amalgamation of Black culture wrapped into one movie, and really explores Black culture in an experimental lens that I thought was absolutely fascinating. So like on a technical level, this is maybe the most amazing piece of cinema I've seen this year, but it's number 8. Because I also don't know what I watched, so it's one of those things where it's like, but like I did really love it. So it's yeah. So it's one of those ones that I definitely, if it does ever see the light of day one day, I hope that you guys can go out there and check this one out, because this is really excellent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, cool. I have it on my list. So.
All right. Okay. All right. Jordan, number 8.
Yeah, so I was gonna throw out before we get all the way through it. Brian has The Accountant 2 for his number 8, and then Malcolm has, because he swears that they got a wide release this year, The Last Showgirl, I guess. But,
yeah, I saw that last year at the film festival that I went to. But
yeah, so
last year
It's good.
yeah.
It's good. Mm-hmm.
My number 8 might be a punt though, but I have Sinners for number 8.
We will punt that.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
All right, we'll
figured.
punt Sinners for a little while. So there you go. But all right, sounds good. All right, we're on to my number 7. My number 7 is Novocaine.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. So I know it got mentioned a little bit, but yeah, we're gonna stay on the topic of Jack Quaid. Yeah. No, this is one that I thought the trailers looked interesting. I like the premise of it, but yeah, I was really surprised and shocked at how entertaining, just purely entertaining, I thought this movie was, just from start to finish. I really enjoyed even just the kind of early relationship stuff with him and Amber Midthunder. You know, at the beginning of the movie, you know, the diner scene and whatnot. The way they kind of develop that, and sort of how he explains, you know, some of the things he has to do in his life for the condition he has where he can't feel any pain, and yeah, how that plays into a lot of the action. Then when we get to the action later on, and yeah, they explain that he's not like a superhero. He still, you know, gets hurt. He's still a frail, you know, human being. But I thought it made for some really fun, you know, action set pieces and whatnot. You know, he gets beat up pretty good in this one. But Ray Nicholson, if you wanted to see a little more of him from Smile 2 last year, he's the main villain here, and I thought he was really interesting. And kind of he gets a little, you know, dark and disturbing near the end. But damn, again, a fairly short movie. I think it was like another 90-minute movie that I appreciated. We just get in and get out. And yeah, I just thought it was one of the more entertaining, just pure sort of action comedy movies that I've seen in a little while.
Fun.
So yeah, I really enjoyed Novocaine. I thought it was pretty great. So well, let's stick around to the end of my year. You know, usually probably only the top 5 or 6 kind of stick around to the end of the year on my list, but so we'll see how far it sticks around. But I really enjoyed Novocaine.
Forgot to mention that in my honorable mentions. Yeah, I did like Novocaine quite a bit as well.
Novocaine was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's in my honorable mentions. But speaking of Jack Quaid, did anyone see that movie Neighborhood Watch with like Jeffrey Dean Morgan?
Yes.
How was that? Was that any good? The trailers look good. I don't know.
I thought it was good. It was a good buddy comedy thriller with him and Jeffrey Dean Morgan. I thought Quaid gave the best performance of the lot of his 4 movies. I think just see it more for the performance.
Yeah,
I think he's good.
That's one I gotta check out.
Also, Heads of State. I thought he was the best part of the movie.
Oh
Heads of State,
yeah. Heads of State is in that one too. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a busy boy. That Jack Quaid. All right, Jonathan, we're right back to you for number 7.
So I actually flip-flopped at the last minute because I really like the other one coming up really much the more I think about it. So my number 7 is Black Bag.
Black Bag, okay.
Underrated.
Yeah. And in my honorables,
Had it in my honorables as well.
I would have had it on there if I didn't fall asleep, but that's not because I was like that bored. I was just tired when I saw it.
Well, it's available
Talking in rooms. Men talking in rooms.
It's a lot of people talking in rooms.
Available on Peacock.
People talking in rooms in suits and dresses too.
Yeah,
so
right.
like,
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Another element.
But it's a little sexier than you think, though.
Yeah.
No, this movie, I thought it was really well done. It's just a lean and slick espionage genre that focuses more on character than plot. Soderbergh does not rely on conventional loud, rapid action, but more on intelligence and thought surrounding trickery and deceit, clouding a marriage in potential peril. I think it feels more like a 70s British spy thriller at certain parts, where it focuses more on the situation at hand as one character spies on his wife with the help of a colleague played exceptionally by Marissa Abella. I thought she was fantastic in the movie. The middle portion is okay, but I thought that it was pretty well done. This is definitely the best of the written films by David Koepp for sure this year.
He's hit and miss, ain't he?
Yes, he is. We're not going to mention we're not going to talk about that. But the final 20 minutes I thought was terrific. I thought it really saved the movie. It catapulted to my best of the year for sure. So, and it's very interesting to see Pierce Brosnan play the boss of a British intelligence. It's pretty funny. But I think it's a very good movie. I think it's his best movie since Kimi, in my opinion. So
but slight spoiler: I do not have any Jurassic World movies on my list, so you don't have to worry.
Good.
You have David Koepp.
Right. All right. So Black Bag for Caro at number 7. All right, Dan, what is your number 7?
Yeah, Jordan had it on his honorable mentions. Dangerous Animals.
Oh yeah. It was
wow. I absolutely cannot stand Jai Courtney as an actor. This movie redeemed Jai Courtney.
Yes.
He was so over the top and so amazing as the villain, a guy who has this fascination with sharks, and he kidnaps people and he records the video and he feeds them to the sharks. I mean, but the girl in this, the woman that's in this, oh God, Hassie Harrison.
Yes.
Wow, is she a revelation? I cannot wait to see her in something. What'd you say?
A revelation.
Me and Richie have an ongoing gag about if you see like trailers and they have like a critic quote that says so and so is a revelation. I'm just like, I don't know what that means. It doesn't.
It means it's being revealed to you.
It's the first time you see an actress and she is phenomenal in something, or she's fantastic.
I disagree with that because I saw people write with that Tuesday movie that Julia Louis-Dreyfus is a revelation. She's been a revelation in plenty of things. So get the fuck out of here with that.
Yeah,
I think people use that and it's like a cliche.
This is how you use it.
So okay.
Yeah.
Austin, this is how you have
Yeah.
a newer actress or actor or a child actor or somebody who's just coming on this scene for the first time. This is how you use
See,
revelation.
that makes much more sense there. See,
Yeah,
it's a
this is
child.
how. And Hassie Harrison is fantastic in this, and but Jai Courtney, one of the worst actors in the last 30 years, really
Whoa.
gets redeemed because he's the
Others
perfect
worse than
villain.
him.
Perfect villain. Because I absolutely cannot stand Jai Courtney, and
Agreed
he's
with you.
fantastic in
He's
this.
terrible, but except for this movie.
Yeah, he's fantastic in this. So you want to talk about a good horror movie that really knows it's a horror movie and knows what it is? Dangerous Animals.
But yeah, just real quick, they'll just add that Jai Courtney gave me a slight, not like exactly, but almost like Hannibal Lecter vibes, where you like to sit there and just watch it and like eat his food, and whether like just getting like.
But
porn
interestingly enough, I think it's more Buffalo Bill.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not
actually
Hannibal.
could be. Yeah,
I just wanted more. I wanted a few more shark things in that movie. Just a few more.
I also
agree.
thought that the
I
characters
even
that-
give me a montage of the other videos he made. Even just something. Give me a. No, I mean, I'm just saying. What's the body count in that movie? One. Come on, give me a little bit more. You get the opening people you don't see, and then the one. That's it. Like I wanted a little.
he's killed more.
shark
You just
action.
don't see it. Yeah,
Yeah, I just. Give me
And I
something.
get it. I get it. It's a horror movie too, but those characters were stupid. I got to the pissed off level. I was like, you know what? I actually
There was
care
one
about.
character
I was
that
like, I actually care about Jai Courtney. He actually is smart. He knows his shit about sharks. These characters are dumb. All right, I don't care about y'all. And that's just it got to that point. And I was just like utterly pissed off with the characters in the theater. I was just that was for me. But yeah.
the one girl knew not to move. That you just sit there and don't move, then you won't get eaten. I don't know. She figured that out at least.
But then she made other stupid choices other places.
Yeah.
All right.
No, that's a fun pick.
All right, Wolf. What other movie that nobody else has seen do you have at number 7?
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, my thing is this. Can I just say something? I mean, was that something you were gonna do, Austin? Is just to let people have movies that have no distribution, that aren't even coming out?
I mean,
Put on their
technically,
list.
if he's seen it, that's fine. I just always kind of bug Wolf about
Yeah.
the fact that he sees these like
If
film
he's seen it,
festivals
he's
and
Because I've
brings the
seen
shit that
movies
nobody
that
else
have
has
no
seen.
distribution.
brings
that
it,
would've been
no,
on the
I
list.
just rag Wolf about that every time he does a list when like nobody's
Well,
seen
puts it on people's radar, and then when it finally
Yeah.
gets something, you can check it out.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
See,
Why-
in a way, that's good though. Because to be fair, would y'all have even heard of Omaha if I never mentioned it?
I knew about Omaha, but
I would
haven't
hear.
seen
I would
it.
probably hear about it eventually when it comes out. You know, yeah.
I've seen horror
Maybe they got a
movies
choir.
You know,
that
you
haven't
know,
got any distribution.
not
so that's why
everybody
I
can
talk about it.
attend online film festivals. You know.
for you. And
Yeah.
how was it?
Anyway,
I mean, true, but hey, at least I am putting them on your radar. So, yeah.
Yeah.
But this one, first off, Letterboxd is glitching up for me because my 7 is before my 8, but it's before my 6, which is weird.
Huh.
I was like, it's like in front of my 6. I was like, whoa, okay, this is confusing. So it's kind of glitching up weird. But my number 7, I know it's going to get punted, and this is one that people have seen, Austin, and that is Sinners.
Yes, Sinners will get punted still.
Okay.
Somebody already brought it up.
I've never heard of it, but okay.
I never heard of Sinners.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. What was
I
that?
never heard of that.
It's a little
Maybe a
indie
best
darling,
picture
hasn't
nominee.
made
I don't
money.
know.
You see that at Sundance or something? Or
Yeah,
yeah.
Little indie.
I got a special screener for it.
yeah.
Yeah, right.
He'll mail it to all of us around
Little
before the
studio
end of
called
the year.
the Warner
Yeah.
Brothers. You know? Yeah.
This little movie that was like in the top 3 for like 5 weeks in a row. Yeah, this little tiny movie.
Yeah, right.
All right, Jordan. What is your number 7?
Well, I'll just throw out real quick. Brian has Bob Trevino likes it at his number 7, and then Malcolm's got drop in there. So
Okay.
yeah. So for my number 7, I have the Thunderbolts asterisk, whatever you want to say. So
Okay.
We'll talk
anyone
about
else
it.
have it?
Yeah, I think y'all can talk about it. You and Mr. Caro, right? So yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So for me, this is like the MCU almost coming back for me. I mean, it's not like as good as like like say like an Endgame or like a Guardians of the Galaxy or like Winter Soldier. Some of those all timer ones, but like for this like back half of the MCU, I thought it was great. I thought it's like one of the best things in the back half, and yeah, and just the themes that it covers, like the theme of mental health and like everyone has a role to play that just works really well. I mean, you got David Harbour being like the comedic relief guy, almost like I wouldn't say a leader, but he kind of steps up in a lot of places. Then you have Florence Pugh, kind of like dealing with her issues there. Then Lewis Pullman, oh my gosh, like he was great too. Like he was probably a stand-up performance for me, and yeah, like just all the way around. Even like Sebastian Stan, he's like in the brooding kind of like background. And for me, I'm just a comic book guy, so like you know me, I like if a comic book movie's good or even decent, I'll have it on my list. So, but yeah, and I had a lot of fun, and the connection to the new Avengers, I thought was really cool, and yeah, the whole like when they go inside the Sentry, played by Lewis Pullman, and inside his kind of dream world that he creates, I thought was really cool because he could have been like a character that's like just another kind of generic and like just like villain that's going to destroy the world, and it just becomes very generic like a lot of them do, but they actually had a solid villain in this that actually worked really, really well. So I appreciate that. And yeah, so the Thunderbolts, I thought that it was great.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah, I have it on my list. It is definitely one of the more mature, deeper MCU movies. Definitely one of the better ones since Spider-Man No Way Home, for sure. Yeah, I really like it. I mean, look, they just need Fantastic Four to pull it off, and then if they do, Marvel has a great year. First time in a long time. So,
yeah.
Yeah, you know, I just want to say...
Do they? Brave New World wasn't great.
Well, you know what? That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
no, I just
Well, 2 out of 3 would not be bad if it would.
Yeah.
Thunderbolts is in my honorable mentions, but I really liked it a lot. But I think it's the darkest Marvel has ever gone in terms of aesthetic look of the film. The uniforms all look dark, and then the story was quite dark. They really went in a dark place this time.
More
around.
than Guardians Volume 3?
I think Guardians Volume 3 is still their darkest.
Dark.
Yeah.
You know,
one is dark too. They're both pretty dark. Yeah.
Yeah, and that was the interesting that they decided to let somebody go that dark with one of their movies, because they usually are much more vibrant and colorful, even though if the story is a little darker. But this time, the story and the look of the movie was dark.
Yeah. Even Captain America: Winter Soldier, I'd say that's pretty dark too. That's another one.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. We're on to my number 6 as we go around number 6. My number 6 is Ballerina.
Oh yeah, that's a pun for sure.
All right.
Absolutely.
That was on my honorable mentions.
Yeah. All right.
Jonathan.
Jonathan.
Room. F1.
F1. So anybody have F1 higher?
Punt.
This guy.
Still punt?
Okay.
Still punting
Okay.
on F1?
Yep.
All right. Does anybody have 28 years later higher than?
I have. Yeah.
It's
higher for me.
Okay.
That's your number 6, Dan. 28 years later. Okay,
Yeah.
so we're still punting 28 years. All right, sounds good. All right, so we'll get to that here soon.
Flying through this thing.
Flying through it, yeah. We'll have a lot to talk about when we get to the top 5s. Then it looks like so. All right.
Yeah.
All right, what you got, Wolf? Number 6.
Well, let's see if this one's still a punt. The Ugly Stepsister.
Punt.
Oh, it is.
Wow.
We're gonna keep on punting. Jeez, my turn's coming faster.
It's
than
at
I
least
thought.
2. It's at least 2. So we're getting there. Yep. All right, so we're still.
All right.
So just like that, the 6s were quick. All right, except for Jordan. And what you got, Jordan? Is something else that's gonna get punted? Can you make it 5 for 5?
So I probably doubt it's gonna get punted, but I have Eddington at my number 6. So
Absolutely.
Number 5. I have it.
okay.
That's
That's
okay.
All right.
Well, if it's
Yeah.
number 5 for you, Dan,
There you
y'all
go.
can go ahead and talk about
Wolf
it right
has
now. Then.
Wolf has it higher, I think.
I said
Yeah, it's a
punt.
higher.
Oh,
Okay, so
yeah.
punt.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
So, all right,
This will be
we
interesting.
punted all the 6s. So there you go.
All right.
Top five.
6s are out.
All right, so we're into the top 5s. All right, sounds good. Right back around to me then, since we punted everything.
Yeah.
All right, sounds
Yeah.
good.
But,
So we'll talk about here.
Just real quick, I'll throw out because the two in the chat, I don't have anything that's probably would be punted, but Pee Wee has himself for Brian, and then Malcolm has The Death of a Unicorn.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
speaking of Pee Wee as
Oh, yeah.
himself, by the way, I started the Billy Joel doc today.
Oh,
It was actually
God,
really
amazing!
Ooh,
Isn't that
the-
amazing?
good. So good. Yeah.
I got
I didn't
3
know there was
paragraphs
one.
into my
What?
review. I haven't.
Yeah. It's on HBO. There's a Billy Joel. It's like a 2-part
Dang, I gotta check that out.
documentary movies
Yeah.
that it is. It's really
Very
good.
fitting, especially since he had like a stroke or something this year or something like that. I don't know what it was.
Something bad.
Yeah.
It was like a brain disorder.
Yeah.
All right, so we're
Awesome.
into the top 5s. Yeah, my number 5, I believe, got punted earlier. I don't know if it's higher. Is Mission Impossible: Final Reckoning? Number 5.
That's not my number 4, is what it is. So.
Okay,
I
so
had
it's
mine
yours
at
for-
number what is it, number 10 or something like that.
Number 11 was on your list, so okay. So 3 of us can go ahead and talk about it since Jordan just has a 1 higher. So we'll go ahead and talk about it now. All right. Again, I've been a big fan of this whole franchise. I said if they stuck the landing here, I was ready to declare this the greatest action franchise of all time, and I stand by that. I think it absolutely is. I still think it's a great finale. You know, is it the best movie in the series? No, but how high have we set the bar for these movies? Sky high. You know what I mean? So it's like, even if it's still like, let's say 3rd or 4th in the series, that's still better than most action movies that get made nowadays. So that's fine. The editing is a little choppy to start with, first 30 minutes or so, just because they're trying to tie in a lot of past stuff, a lot of past characters and whatnot. But damn, once the movie settles in and we get like honed in on the plot and get back to like the entity and really trying to find the key and the submarine and all that stuff, man, does this movie just kick into high gear, and it just goes all the way to the end, man. I think once again you can tell that Tom Cruise and Christopher McQuarrie have just put their heart and soul into these action scenes and making just the best entertainment they can. The underwater sequence, my God, is it the best? Some of the best stuff since The Abyss.
So
Like Jesus, like that sequence is just every piece of it thrilling with no dialogue whatsoever. Just you, nail biting, him squeezing through tight areas and things shifting around, and just you're right there. And my God, is that biplane sequence is going to be studied for years to come about practical filmmaking and just amazing stuff, man. Beautifully shot, great music, good heartfelt moments with the actual team and the characters, especially with somebody that departs from the movie. I'll just say that early on. Good stuff there. So man, I mean, just another hell of a finale. So, do you have to be the best movie in the franchise to still make my top 12? Nope, you don't, because it does. And no, I'm going to be watching this one, along with the other one for years to come. So, but Dan, you want to talk about it real quick, and then we'll swing on?
You said quite a bit already. I mean, I just, they kind of don't go with as well as a well-oiled machine when it comes to the story, because the set pieces are so phenomenal that you just don't even worry about the entity as much. But with the backdrop of America and AI in America, it's still a hot button topic in this country and the world as a whole. But those action sequences and the characters that are involved in those scenes, and they always make the editing at the end of these movies so just like you're at the edge of your seat, and they did it like 3 different stories, editing it down to where this has to happen for this to happen and that happen. And those, when they do that in these Mission Impossible, it's just some amazing filmmaking. And like you said, the submarine scene, phenomenal. You knew they were going to be at the submarine because you knew where the thing was. So you knew that was going to be the beginning of the movie, And Tom Cruise is. I put in my title for the review. I put Superman does it again, and this is not Superman the movie, but literal Superman. Tom Cruise is literally a human version of Superman at this point.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
In the Guinness Book of World Records now, by the way. Tom Cruise is
that
so because because
For the
he is
biplane thing, right?
for the flaming parachute thing, for the man to jump out of an airplane the most times with a flaming parachute. So
Oh,
Oh
that's
wow. Dang.
Yeah. There you go. But Jordan, it's your number 4, you said. So yeah, you can go ahead and talk about
number
it.
4.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when it came out, I had it like damn near my number 1, but the more I think about it, there are like a couple kind of issues, but they're not huge ones. They're just kind of like maybe a weaker villain and like maybe relying too much on like just like the member berries from the past movies, not really like putting them in as seamless as they could. But still, I think it's kind of nice to have them because this is a huge franchise that has earned this and like earned all the flashbacks and remember all these things and like and even like the great the writing like our lives are the sum of our infinite choices and they like Luther says it, but then like I think the one before Kittredge says it or something and yeah, like just some really like fitting things there. Yeah, that so for me, like as soon as he like hit the submarine stuff, it was just great. It was fun to see what's his name from Severance pop up, the like Tremel Tillman or whatever, and
He's
then
great.
Yeah. But then Katie O'Brien just kind of sitting there, like being the brooding kind of soldier in there too. Yeah, they're both great in there. And then throwing in the people from like the other movies like this. That like analyst guy from the first one too, William, whatever it is. But
yeah. Way to come back. Way to
right. But like, he was great in it too. Yeah, and just like so many great things. I thought, like if they would have nailed the villain just a little more, like maybe like it would have been like up there near my top. It's probably like my maybe 4th, but even still, that's still like not saying much because I love almost every Mission Impossible movie, including the second one. I still think that it's good and yeah, just like really, really good stuff. And yeah, they kind of do it with like a world-ending thing, which is fitting for the finale. So and I didn't love the final like scene, but I mean, I think that that's not terrible. I mean,
I
maybe
think
they
they're
could have
coming
done a
back
little
to
more.
it, Jordan.
So
I think this.
So yeah,
he's just going to take a few years off, but I think
right.
he's going to come back to this.
He's 62 years old.
I know.
Yeah.
He's already said him and Christopher Corey have like 5 other projects they want to do besides Mission
So that's why I don't think they're going to come to this for a while, but I think they're going to come back to this, or they're going to reboot it like a James Bond type of situation.
Maybe.
Or like a spin-off, maybe. I don't know. But I think that there's still room for a sequel to Top Gun Maverick. They got to do that. But
that's coming soon.
Yeah. So, but anyways, that's my number 4.
All right. So that was my number 5. So Jonathan, what is your number 5?
Well, before I reveal my number 5, I think y'all are way too generous on this one. I think this.
Sorry, you're in the minority, brother, on this one. Sorry.
No. I liked it though, but I think the first 45-50 minutes I thought they were just bad.
I'm actually in full agreement with Jonathan because I didn't need for a smart franchise. Why are you spoon feeding me what just happened? All the last movies, like flashback. I'm like, I don't need all this. This is not
2 years ago. It happened. Some of that stuff happened 2 years ago.
Yeah, but like nobody who was going to this has not seen the other movies and hasn't seen the other movies recently. You know, people are going to be doing rewatches and all that stuff. You don't have
How many people have done rewatches of the original though? It ties a lot to the original.
Tying in is fine. Like I'm fine bringing in the other guy from the. I'm fine with all that, but it's just. But like actually showing scenes, especially it got too far for me when they literally showed what happened to Palm Klimtoff's character in the last movie. Literally, like what happened to her in a flashback. It's like, okay, now this is taking it too far. Like that literally just came out like a couple of years ago.
Just happened, yeah.
We already saw that. Like, so.
But no. But the rest of the movie, I know I did enjoy very, very much, and that's why it was just a good movie, not a great movie.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So my number 5 is Bob Trevino likes
it. There's a punt. Yeah.
All right, so we're still.
I'm actually surprised. I
was on Eddington. I think I had 5. My 5 was Eddington, which was 6 for Jordan.
Okay,
6
so
for me.
yeah,
Is it a punt for you,
Is
Wolf?
it
Still?
on-
It's a punt for me.
Anything?
Still a
Okay.
punt. Okay, so we're still
6 and
punting.
5. 6 and 5.
Okay.
It's higher than 6 or 5. That
Yeah.
far ahead.
I'm very surprised
Yeah.
by this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. All right.
I said my list was going to be wacky. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
It's wacky.
So was mine,
that
sort of,
stands
but-
number 5, and we'll still punt that. So we're still punting. All right, here we go. All right, well, Wolf, what is your number 5 then?
My number 5 is me. Just double check real quick. I gotta go back to my letterbox because it was being kind of weird and glitchy again. But my number 5 is Bring Her Back.
Number 4.
Okay, and it was on my list at number 8. So,
Yeah.
so 3 of
Okay.
us talking about it. Oh yeah, so
Yeah.
you go and talk about it first, then we'll just go in a circle. So go ahead.
Cool. So yeah, this was the mystery movie. Whenever I saw it, they had like the horror edition mystery movie thing
yeah.
and happened, and so I got to check it out
The
there.
AMC Scream Unseen. They do that sometimes.
Yeah. I know about that. I hate that my AMC an hour away is not doing it tomorrow. I straight up would actually drive an hour
Tell
away.
you what it is, already. Do you want to know what it is?
I already know what it is. It's together.
It's home.
Yeah.
It's home.
Oh, really? I thought it was going to be together. Okay.
Nope.
but-
It's home. It's home. The
If
new.
it was together, I'd go
Pete
see it. But
Davidson.
for home,
Pete
mm,
Davidson.
Okay, I don't feel so bad now. Thank you, Ashley. That
Yeah.
doesn't make me feel as bad because I was like
Well, it's
really.
together. We're going to cancel Monday, and we'll
Yeah,
just-
right.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
I'm seeing together tomorrow. Actually, I'm
No,
seeing
yeah,
together.
that's
That's
one of
right.
my-
Oh, damn.
It's not coming to my Regal, but it's still coming to 2
Huh?
other theaters in town, so I'll still get to see it at least.
Yeah,
at
I'll
least.
see it.
Yeah, it's
So-
not coming to my
I need to
regular
look
either,
to see
but I'm
what's
gonna have to
coming
like
near me.
drive.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
well,
got
I don't have to drive. I don't have to drive far. It's just at the other theater down the road, so it's fine.
But yeah, bring her back. This film to me was honestly even like better than Talk to Me, and I love Talk to Me a lot. But this was bringing up so many interesting ideas about trauma, but also about just how far you would go for people that you love. And Sally Hawkins is utterly brilliant in this movie. And I watch a lot of horror. Austin knows this. We do our horror recap. I watch a lot of horror. And even for me, straight up, I was like this in my seat at a lot of stuff. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I was
Well,
like,
one time I was like,
Yeah.
I was just like, I could not, like some of the imagery in this movie, I could not stand. I don't know if I'm gonna ever rewatch this movie again because
Sally
of not
Hawkins
only
would
that,
slap her in like some moments. I'm like, stop.
yeah,
it.
but like not only because of the imagery, but I also don't know if I'm ever gonna watch this movie because of just how just bleak and heavy it was. But man, was it incredible! And I want to also point out Sora Wong, who is someone who they casted with a real disability. The character has a disability. She was the standout for me. She utterly blew me away. Was fantastic in this film, and I hope she goes far and does other stuff. But I loved her and her brother's like chemistry together. I thought they were really excellent, and yeah, the whole cast is great. But yeah, what this film left me quivering in my seat, and then left me in tears at times because of what thematically it was talking about. It was just really interesting and profound. So, Bring Her Back is number 5.
Yeah, no, it was number 8 on my list. Yeah, it was almost like a creepy cult movie without the cult, if that makes sense. Kind of have that vibe, except for just one person instead of a whole group of people. But yeah, again, another relatively like one location kind of thriller. Most of it takes place, just at that house. Yeah, Sally Hawkins, man. I wish the Oscars more recognized horror performances, more than they do. Because goddamn, does she give one of the best performances of the year I've seen so far, and it's in this horror movie. But yeah, the Philippou brothers are definitely like they're cranking on all cylinders right now. Between this Talk to Me, they're definitely some of the more higher up horror directors right now, to where I'm like, yeah, whatever your next project is, like, bring it on. I'm ready for you. I'll be there, opening weekend. And
Can't
yeah,
wait
they
to see what they do next.
yeah, the surrealist imagery, that's on the screen here is a lot of really disturbing stuff in this movie. A lot of disturbing concepts of like what people, the lengths they will go to for grief and trauma, to get things back to normal in their own polluted head, of how far they've gone down the rabbit hole. I won't give away exactly like what's going on, and I'm glad the marketing didn't either. Marketing was very like, gave us, give little imagery, little atmosphere, that's all I need. Like I'm hooked in, I'm ready to go, and show me the rest when I get there. And yeah, but all the performances all around, the kid performances are good. So yeah, it's just one that will definitely stick with you, that you'll be thinking a lot about, which is the sign of a really good movie. If like, 2 weeks later, I'm still thinking about, certain scenes and whatnot, and want to go back and revisit it. Yeah, at some point later in the year. So yeah, great stuff for me. But yeah, Jonathan, you had it on your list also.
Yes, I do. Higher. Yeah, I'm the highest. Very strangely so. If you look up the word unsettling in the dictionary, this is the movie right here. Bring her back. Like, there's some gnarly, unsettling imagery in this movie that it basically is dark, tantalizing, and just delving you into that cinematic domestic nightmare coming true. Just one character feeds off deception extremely well, taking advantage of one kid's blindness, inserting a psychological pastime trauma onto a situation. And it's just an effortless, scarring film. And I think it's fantastic. Sally Hawkins, we said enough about her, but I think if her performance were to last throughout the year, I think A24 would want to advocate that, being her, putting her in supporting actress category. Because it's that great. It's that great of a performance, and hopefully they do fair with her performance. Do that fair with that campaign. It's just great. I said Celine Song was like 2 for 2, but barely. But the Philippou brothers are 2 for 2, like period. I mean,
yep. Oh yeah.
Can't wait to
Well,
see.
can I just like, I got some flack on my review of this movie because in my title I put, "This is where I draw the line," and I'm being 100% serious. I thought the Philippou brothers' last movie was phenomenal, and I like original filmmakers who go and do something different and do something that's groundbreaking or something that's cutting edge. But when you have one specific thing in this movie that they just go over the line with, I just think it's just hard for me to accept what they did here. And I want to see them. I'm not going to sit here and say I don't want to see their next movie, because I do want to see them, and I wanted to see this movie. But when I saw it, I was like, well, they crossed the line for me with one specific thing.
I don't think there's a line that can be crossed in movies. I'll say that.
Yeah, well, I think
especially horror. Horror is like,
especially horror. Horror has no rules.
Movie, yeah.
There's no
yeah,
rules
well, I
for horror.
believe. I mean, I just to disagree. I'm just going to disagree.
Yeah.
I believe there is a line you can cross with anything in life, and even in movies, with art, with music, with whatever, you can cross the line. And I think they crossed the line with this. And you are entitled to your opinion, absolutely, Austin.
Yeah.
And that's my 2 cents on that. That's all I'm saying. That's
To me, it's fiction is fiction. So like, it's not real people. It's whatever the rules are that are set up for that specific world. Whatever you're doing, it's to me, horror is the one genre where almost anything goes, and you can break whatever rules you want to break. In horror movies, and I think
Kids are never safe in horror.
it's like
horror at all. Yeah,
no. And like, take something like, for example, Martyrs, maybe the most disturbing movie I've ever seen, the original one, and it's like, it did a lot of disturbing stuff, and I will never see it again. That's an option. Like, I'm never going to see it again because of the effect it had on me. But it's like, it's a horror movie, so I expect horror to really unsettle me like that, to a degree that is just, otherworldly. So
there's so many aspects of horror that can go really far, and it's fine, whether it's like torture porn, they got that stuff out there, or they got just like demonic stuff, but it's all part of fiction, it's not.
Now, I will say though, I can kind of understand where Dan's coming from just a little bit, because there is stuff like Terrifier 3, where for example, that one, those movies are sort of like, hey, let's like laugh at the fact that this kid is being mauled to death and actually being like actually cut into a million pieces. Let's actually laugh about that. Let's actually think it's a joke, and let's actually think it's like fun and all this stuff. While it's like that kind of stuff you should be feeling sympathetic towards and feeling like disturbed by, rather than laughing at it. So I do see his point. There is stuff like that where it can kind of cross the line.
Yeah.
Well, we did talk about Final Destination Bloodlines, and we were rooting for a kid to be killed.
Yeah, yeah, it is true. But Malcolm even says Bring Her Back was his number 4, but he had to watch Paddington after to see a heartwarming Sally Hawkins.
I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, Jordan, we are on to your number 5. So
5.
wrapping up, we're starting our top 5 for you.
Yeah, and also I'll just throw in there for Malcolm number 5, he had Warfare, and then for Brian, he had Nona's in there. So, but for my number 5, yeah, we won. That was one of the biggest surprises. I don't think anyone's gonna have it on their list, but it just surprised me because I'm a comedy guy, and it was just so much fun from beginning to end. But I have One of Them Days for my number 5. And this is a movie that I kind of skipped in the theater because I'm like, this doesn't seem like my type of movie. But a few people kind of pushed, especially Brian. He's like it's really good. It seems like a Jordan movie that'd be up your alley. And like sometimes I have a little harder time with like Black culture movies because I don't always relate to certain things. But for this one, like it was just fun from beginning to end. Just seeing Keke Palmer, especially to me, she's a star. Like I love Keke Palmer. I think she has so much charisma. She's so entertaining, and just every time that I see her, like in Nope, and then this, and then SZA, I'm like low key kind of a fan of SZA's music a little bit too. There's a couple songs that I really kind of vibe with, but and yeah, just seeing a journey where it's like one horrible thing after the next, and like just when you think that they caught a break, something crazy happens, and it's just off the wall. But it's funny. I was laughing from like beginning to end, like almost the whole entire way through. I thought that it was great, and I'm just kind of like, man, like these people are just down on their luck, but it's just one crazy character after the next. So for a comedy, it might be my highest comedy of the year, probably actually. So yeah. One of Them Days, yeah.
Wow, we did not talk about this on Friday.
The plot is very similar to Friday After Next. Just go back and look at it piece by piece.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, it's funny. It's a funny movie.
Yeah,
but I think though that for me, what kind of wins it over is that Keke Palmer and SZA just have great chemistry together. So
yeah. All right. One of the days for Jordan. All right. So there you go. All right. We're into the top 5 now. My number 4 is one I believe has been punted. So this might be the end of the line here for The Ugly Stepsister.
All right.
Oh,
right. So I believe me, Caro, and Wolf had it, right? So we'll talk about it. This is one that I saw get a lot of buzz, around the horror community, and then it finally dropped on Shudder. Yeah, it's a Norwegian film, and yeah, it's really, really interesting. It's kind of a take on the Cinderella story, just from the stepsister perspective, and yeah, it's kind of a body horror movie, and it's kind of similar in some of the themes to The Substance, in that it's about beauty standards and what is how far people will take to take things to make themselves I guess beautiful in people's eyes, but it literally is the Cinderella story. The prince is looking for some suitors, and these stepsisters go to great lengths to kind of make themselves as pretty as possible. I'd have to look up her name, but the one who plays the ugly stepsister in the movie gives Leah Myron gives a phenomenal performance. Yes. Again, another great horror performance, female horror performance. We had a lot of great ones last year. I think we were already off to a good start this year with some really great female performances in horror movies. And yeah, the lengths that she goes to is very disturbing in it. A little bit of humor in there as well, in different scenes, especially in the first half. But yeah, man, it just goes to some crazy places near the end. And yeah, I really just enjoyed the performances and whatnot, and the kind of vibe they put out. It's like a period piece. It's kind of set in like, Victorian era kind of stuff. So maybe the best period piece I've seen in a long time, and period pieces. You're making a body horror movie and I'm in. I just really clicked with it. And man, Norway's been putting out some good stuff, because they put out like the Troll Hunter movie and all that kind of stuff. And I'm kind of digging,
they put out Sisu, or was that like Sweden, or was that something?
That
up
was like Finland, I think.
Finland.
Put out
Oh
that
yeah,
one.
Finland.
Yeah, and we're
Still
gonna
like
see
the Nordic kind of
we're gonna see
area of the
Sisu 2, by
world.
the way, is coming out later.
Yeah.
So yeah, more old man
Yeah.
killing people.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, just really, really good storytelling. I got really wrapped up in it, and yeah, some great twisty stuff throughout the film. So yeah, I really, really enjoyed it. But yeah, Jonathan, back me up. You had it on your list as well.
Yes, I did. I think you have one more period piece left, though.
Oh, do I? Well, kind of.
So you forgot about that one?
Not really. I wouldn't consider that a period piece. I'm talking about like balls and dresses and powdered wigs. That's the kind of when I say period piece. That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah.
Not Prohibition era. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
No. It is like a Cronenberg-esque version of that fairy tale. It literally strips off a character's imperfections to make the lead character work on her charms, grace, and posture, but it's taking commitment on her time. She's not very cautious as she's pointing out every detail and the main character's flaws, physically and psychologically, as she spins her problems to create a modern example. Because we see her like popping pimples, being insecure about her naked body, stressing over eating her hidden desserts and eating tapeworms to lose weight.
Oh geez.
So yeah, I mean, it basically takes that modern spin in that period piece, and I think it's a fantastic movie. Yeah, you have Cronenberg, but also you have a bit of Lanthimos, if you think about it, with some vulgar material. So I think I think it is a fantastic movie. I think it is one of the better horror films of the year. Caution, it is very explicit. It's definitely very explicit. It's European, so
Oh yeah.
European.
But if there is one MVP, I give it to the genre of horror. So that's the MVP so far this year. So
Oh yeah.
really good horror.
Nice.
Yeah. Wolf,
Yeah.
you also had it on your list. Yeah, what you got?
I also had it on my list. Yeah, I was blown away by this film. I think out of all the public domain kind of horror films that have come out recently, that this is easily the best one by a landslide, the best one. So because the Cinderella book is public domain, so technically they can use that story, do everything with Cinderella and all that. That is public domain, so technically it's one of those public domain movies, everything like that. So it is. So yeah, it's really was fascinating to me, and the body horror is something that's not like the substance. It's not just boom, look at that right off the bat, and you're like, oh my god, I can't believe what I'm watching. Like, immediately, it's one of those things where it kind of takes its time with it and builds and escalates and gets even more disturbing and even more disturbing and even more disturbing. You're just like, oh, okay. And then, I felt myself almost in an odd way sympathizing with the stepsister by the end of it, because, she just wants to be like Cinderella, as beautiful as Cinderella, and she can't. And also the other comparison I'd make, because y'all have been comparing this to, Yorgos Lanthimos and other great filmmakers, but I'd also say there's some Lynchian vibes in here too, a little bit, with like some of the weird imagery of like the flash, the kind of weird, almost dreamy like sequences that are thrown in here and everything kind of feels a little Lynchian at times. I thought it was really fascinating to me. So yeah, and the cinematography was excellent. On a technical level, it was great. All the performances were excellent. So yeah, this is one that I was utterly blown away by and cannot wait to see it again. And I just keep on thinking about it. So The Ugly Stepsister is...
Yeah, I had it in my honorable mentions. It's one of the most cringeworthy movies I've seen all year in a good way, because it does a lot of the similar things that Bring Her Back does, but it does it in a way that you can go with it because of the story and what's going on with the characters, and like you guys said, it's a Cinderella story, and it's from the perspective of the ugly stepsister, and yeah, that was I knew what I was getting into going into it, and so I guess it was a little bit easier for me to handle than Bring Her Back. But yeah.
All right.
We're still gonna check it out, but but it could be just a nice Sunday watch, and when we're done, with it, right? Right?
Nice person, yeah.
We'll say.
Either that or save it for October. I mean,
Yeah, right.
Yeah, whatever I do. All right, Jonathan had Bring Her Back at number 4, so yeah, we'll go on to Dan for your number 4. What you got?
Yeah, number 4. My number 4 was one that Wolf had earlier, and that's the Ballad of Wallace Island.
All right.
Yeah. Now, okay. Now, you guys talk about friendship, and you guys thought the comedy and whatnot was really good or whatever. And I absolutely could not stand the comedy and friendship. I gave that movie a half a star. Now, this movie, the comedy to me, in the friendship and the camaraderie and what the main character Tim Key is doing, to me, is more in the lines of what I'm looking for in a comedy, where there's some awkward moments in here, and he's trying to do things because he's alone, he's by himself. He uses his money and he brings these musicians that he loves over because he wants a concert and stuff, and inadvertently he learns a lot about himself. And that just because you got money and whatnot doesn't mean it's going to buy you happiness. But he does learn things about himself. And him and the one musician guy, they do kind of have a kind of agreement by the end of the movie where they're learning about each other, and they both have something that they got out of coming to the island. And I really think this guy is the guy to watch, this Tim Key guy. In the future, and I thought this is a beautiful story, a heartwarming story, and I really, really, really like this movie quite a bit. The Ballad of Wallace Island.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out on Peacock, but Wolf,
check it out.
Yeah, anyone who knows me knows that. I mean, music is my second biggest passion in general, but folk music in particularly is my favorite genre of music out there. So that's why I love stuff like Inside Llewyn Davis and other movies like this that explore the folk music scene. Anytime you make anything like that, I'm going to be a sucker for it. And I thought this one was utterly delightful with great songs and great characters. That one character, and you know who I'm talking about, Dan, but that one character at first, he started off very annoying, and I was like, okay, I don't know if I can sit through a whole movie with this guy. But then once the movie continues on and such, and you understand why he's that way and start to understand things as they unfold, then you really get to be attached to his character and all the other characters.
You care,
and you really care. It's really beautiful and profound, and Carey Mulligan is excellent in this too. In the short scenes that she's in as well. This is a big standout for me, and I hope that it can get some love I know it's not going to get a lot, but I hope it can get maybe best original song, stuff like that.
That would
hopefully,
wow.
Something like that at the Academy Awards. We'll see, but I love this movie.
All right.
Wallace Island.
Check it out.
That's spelled WALIS, right? Is that what?
No, it's right here. It's right there.
It's on. I put it on the ticker. Yeah, you should be able to see it.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah, Ballad of Wallace Island. Yeah, it's on Peacock now. So if you haven't seen it, there you go. All right. All right. Well, Jordan had Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. This is number 4.
Okay.
So, we'll add that to his list. But I believe you said that was your number 4. So, all right. We are into the top 3. I guess unless somebody has the next ones at number 1, we'll talk about them now.
Yeah.
And somebody might. I don't know. But my number 3 is Sinners. So, are we highest or are we still punting?
Punt.
Okay. So pretty much a spoiler for Jonathan's number 1 then. Yeah. So there you go. All right. Well, fair enough. We will continue to punt, and we'll talk about Sinners much later in the show. Then there you go. So, all right. Now, fair enough. We'll still hang on to Sinners. All right. Well, Jonathan, what is your actual number 3 then? What you got?
Well, all you have to do in life sometimes is dance. The Life of Chuck.
Punt.
It's at my number 2. It's my number 2.
Punt.
It's punt. Oh,
Then
wow.
that's a spoiler for Austin's number 1.
Yeah.
Spoiler for me. But
Jesus.
punt.
Oh, it's Austin's number 1. Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, punt.
Fine.
So,
Spoil
yeah,
all the
unless
number
it's-
ones here.
Unless
Oh,
it's
wow,
number
okay.
1, yeah, you're going to spoil number 1s by still punting. But yes, so we're punting. So, all right, we'll hang on to Life of Chuck. So, right, just like that. Dan, you're number 3.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's got this on their list, but you see this right here, the Boston Red Sox.
Oh, I know
You
what it
guys,
is.
you guys know I'm a massive baseball fan, and
Yeah.
I love a good sports movie.
Sounds
And I saw a sports movie this year. Well, I heard about it out of, I think, the New York Film Festival last year, and I was all over the publicist about getting a screener for this movie because I was like, oh my God, that sounds just like something I'd want to see. And I finally got a chance to see it back in March, and it's called EPHUS. EEPHUS. EPHUS. If you know anything about baseball, they have this thing called the EPHUS pitch, which is like a goofy pitch or a slow pitch or whatever.
Oh.
But the movie is basically about a bunch of guys who have a regular baseball game on a Sunday at this field, and the field is going to get torn up, and they're going to put condos in it. And it's just these guys on these two teams playing a game of baseball, and the banter, the back and forth, the quips, the giving each other a hard time, just trying to find ways to keep the field lit so they can finish the game, all kinds of stuff like that. And if you love sports, if you love baseball, this is going to show you about the game of baseball. And it's going to really draw you to be like, yeah, this is what is great about the game. Just a bunch of random guys in Nashville, New Hampshire playing a game on a Sunday. I absolutely love this game, and I recommend this movie to everybody who loves sports and loves sports movies.
It's good.
Yeah, and
Really good.
but Wolf, wasn't your friend Tristan? He was pretty high on it, huh?
It's his number 1 of the year. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
He adores it. Yeah. It's the only 5-star rating he gave this year too.
Jordan,
Wow.
it kind of sounds like a grown-up Sandlot. You might want to check
Yeah,
it out.
right.
You know what? That's a great description. That's the
Yeah.
perfect
Yeah,
description.
I would
Yeah.
say,
I definitely
yeah.
want to see it though. Yeah, because
Yeah. It's a great.
I love baseball.
game.
Sometimes it
You
can
don't
get a
have
little
the
long-winded
action
for me, but I like it.
adventure stuff. In
Wait,
it.
I just realized. I think I never gave my number 4. Are we done?
They skipped you. Well,
Did I
I
skip?
remember them skipping you.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
I remember that.
Oh, I thought you already had your number 4. I'm sorry. We'll go to your number 4 and 3 then. That's fine.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Here we go. So my number 4, it's one that did come out, so it is on Max, or HBO Max. But I was able to watch it not too long ago. But I know Dan, you've seen it, and this is called "I'm Becoming a Guinea Fowl."
Oh man, amazing!
I've heard of this.
Yeah.
I heard about this.
Yeah.
I heard of it too. Yeah.
This was really phenomenal. I was jealous of my friend at the Virginia Film Festival that happened in October last year. While I was going to go see Blitz, which I liked, but I didn't love Blitz. He was going to go see On Becoming a Guinea Fowl, and I was kind of like, oh, now I kind of regret that decision. I wish I would have got to see that with him instead at the film festival. But I am still glad I got to see this on HBO Max. But I just wish I could have seen it in theater because some of the technical aspects of this movie, the way it's shot, the way this thing is made, probably the best opening 10 minutes of a movie I've seen this year. Like the opening 10 minutes just hook you in, and then you are just in for the ride. It's a absolutely phenomenally made movie that kind of is abstract and hard to describe. It's all I'll say is it's basically about somebody who there's like a death in the family that happens, I guess you can say, and then funeral proceedings are starting to happen, and these people are trying to make light of the situation of what happened, but it's really amazing. And Susan Shardy in this role, and the whole cast is excellent. And I've not seen the director's other film, I'm Not a Witch, but I definitely will seek that out and seek out any other thing this director does from now on. It's a Zambian director, and this is a Zambian film, but it's very excellent. So seek this one out on HBO Max when y'all get a chance. This is something that truly has resonated with me. I have not stopped thinking about since I've seen it.
A24, another A24 film too.
Oh yeah, A24.
So
It had a festival. It had a festival run last year, and then it came out wide this year. But yeah, it was that's a beautiful little film. Yeah.
So guinea fowl, I was just looking it up. That it's sort of like a wild turkey of Africa, sort of type of thing. Is what it looks like.
Now,
Yeah.
number 3.
It's kind of interesting.
Well, yeah, go ahead. Well, sorry, I didn't mean to skip you, but hit your number 3. Yeah, go ahead.
No, you're good. So my number 3 is 28 Years Later.
Okay, that's right. It's,
I had that one.
So,
All right, cool.
2.
Anybody got
And-
that at 1 and 2?
Well, Jonathan's got it at 2, which is fine. We can talk about it now. So
Okay.
go ahead, Wolf. You start, and we'll go around the circle. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, this was my number 1 most anticipated movie of the year, even more than One Battle After Another and other movies like that, just because of how excellent that teaser was. When that teaser came out, it utterly blew me away. It might be the best, the single greatest trailer of the 2020s. So far, like, it's because I've never been just that hooked and drawn in on a teaser in a long time. The use of the poem, and I love that it was actually implemented into the movie. The actual poem, the boots, like, I loved how they actually use that in there. And yeah, this is a film that felt like a return to form for Danny Boyle, because Danny Boyle, I liked Yesterday okay, and some of his other films have been kind of lately not the best, but this felt like a return to form. He almost talked about doing some Lynchian stuff. He almost does some Lynchian level kind of stuff here with like the red dreamy sequences and all these other weird kind of stuff that happens, and the performances here, especially from Jodie Comer, who was excellent, but also from Alfie Williams,
Yes.
was just utterly incredible. And I thought, Aaron Taylor Johnson was really good. My only issue is that I felt like Aaron Taylor Johnson could have done more in the film a little bit. But other than that, I thought, I know it's a 3. It's not really a huge issue because I know it's a trilogy, so I expect him to do more as it goes along. But yeah, Ray Fiennes also excellent in this film. This film is definitely divisive, and especially if you hear from people and the way they talk about it, because of what the ending does and how wacky the ending is. But if you know British history, the ending is actually way darker than you think it is. If you know about like British history and what that character was being represented is.
And it ties into the beginning of the movie too, so I kind of like that. Yeah,
tied into the beginning of the movie as well.
Kid at the beginning with the Teletubbies, it actually ties
Yeah.
into that.
See, that's what I don't get from people's negative comments. Like, didn't you pay attention to the beginning of the movie?
Yeah, the movie.
Yeah, right.
That was the last pop culture thing they saw before the world went to shit. So,
Yeah.
that's the only reference point. Yeah.
But I also I loved how this was shot with all the iPhones. Like, that was incredible. It kind of broke some filmmaking rules a little bit, and this is also very profound with Ray Fiennes scenes. Like, I was crying there, but also my favorite scene of the whole movie was actually the bus scene. Y'all know what I'm talking about, or the train scene, whatever it is, where it's the zombie, giving birth. Like, that to me was just such an impactful scene that you haven't seen that kind of thing in a zombie.
It's like, wouldn't you want to stop that from happening though? Like. But
I loved it though, because at the end of the day, these people were human at one point. It still shows the humanity that is in them, and I was just like, that is just to me. So it's like it's still in there, just like deep in there, And I really love that, and so yeah, it's this film. This was phenomenal. It lived up to all the expectations I was hoping for, and I cannot wait to see what comes next in this trilogy.
Mm-hmm. They're gonna have a direct sequel or something like that they're coming.
Yes, in January.
Bone
in January. Yeah,
January, and not from the same director though. I will say that Danny Boyle is coming back, so it's like, okay. So
I'm not opposed to that because 28 Weeks Later was a different director, and I still really like 28 Weeks Later.
Yeah.
So I'm not really opposed to that.
I like it.
I forgot it was on my list too, at number 12, way back when, an hour and a half ago. So yeah, no, great stuff. Yeah, again, one of my more anticipated ones. Like not like the top of my list, but I still very much enjoyed it. And yeah, I was really interested to see, this lived-in world, that's happening. I like that it's more exploring like the kind of land and how things have changed since then. Yeah, it's not like a zombie outbreak movie. That's what the first movie is. Yeah, that's what a little bit of the second movie is. Like we already got that movie. So this is more about just where we are now. With this quarantined England and like everybody's just kind of stuck. Where they are. Anybody got stuck just got stuck. Like the concept of this island, on the causeway. Like that causeway sequence is great. The chase sequence.
Yeah,
it's really really good. Yeah, great stuff. And yeah, man, Aaron Taylor Johnson might be one of the more frustrating actors in Hollywood because he like makes something really good and then he makes something like really bad and then he makes something really good and then really bad. It's like, bro, man, pick a lane because I think you got a lot of potential because he'll do like this.
Raven the Hunter. Oof.
And like he's good in like Bullet Train. He's like a standout in Bullet Train, and then it's like. And then he makes like really bad movies, and it's just like, bro, you're frustrating me. But yeah, he's good. Ray Fiennes giving another really good, just coming in clutch. Yeah, in the third act.
Yeah, kind of stealing the show.
And I was just fascinated. Just the more and more we just kind of explored what's going on with this world. So yeah, I very much enjoyed it. But Jonathan, good.
Yeah. So the first time I saw it, I was like confused. I was like, okay, I liked it, but I need to think about it. And then the more I thought about it, I thought it was just thematically thought-provoking and tragic about the subjects of life and death itself. Like, how do you want to die? And that kind of question is very lingering in your mind while watching it. Do you want to die one way or do you want to die another way? And that's really ties into that third act of the movie that is pretty sad, actually, if you think about it. And with the Ray Fiennes character, which, by the way, I didn't think that he was going to play like such an emotional character. I thought he was going to play another wacky villain, but nope.
No.
So that is really good. Yeah, I think Alfie Williams is definitely one of the best child performances in years, for sure. I think. Yeah, and I think Wolf summed it up really well. I can't wait to see how he does this trilogy goes, or where this trilogy will go. I mean, we'll see Killian, the next movie. It's already revealed. So, yeah, it's really good.
All right, and Dan, you had on your list as well.
Yeah, I mean, look, a lot of people were like, "Oh, we didn't get a lot of the infected. We didn't get a lot of the action scene." I thought the action sequences were amazing. They were really intense. Like when they were running across the water to get to the thing and the guys coming after them. And then, like you guys said, the train sequence where the guy's coming, he's trying to get in and the girl's pregnant and all that stuff. There's some really intense. There was one in the woods. There's a sequence in the woods or whatever. I mean, there was some really, really intense scenes in this. But the character development kind of stuff, broke that stuff up because you get to know these characters. And like you guys said, Alfie Williams, I mean, this kid, I mean, where is the under 18 Academy Award for under 18 child actors? I mean, the last time a child actor won an Academy Award was Anna Paquin, 1992 for The Piano.
Jeez.
Why can't we get a child actor to win an Academy? How about just create a category for under 18 actors, child actors? You split it, put 3 boys and 3 girls on the list, and boom. Because they're not giving, the Academy aren't giving away awards to these kids anymore, and they're giving some amazing performances. I just watched Jacob Tremblay again today in Room. I mean, the kid was incredible. But yeah, I loved 28 Years Later. I thought that he was great in that, and like you guys said, all the stuff you guys said. So that.
Well, it also hurts it though that's horror as in terms of any Academy Award chances, unfortunately. Because they're just against horror, I feel still. So, for the most part.
And that was pretty good last year. It was a really good start last year.
But and this year they'll probably still have like Sinners and such. So they are slowly.
I think it's gonna last. Yeah, Sinners.
Yeah.
But real quick, can I just say real quick why I don't have it on my list? Because there's the specific reason why is because this movie to me it was all over the place, and like I just think it didn't know what it wanted to be. It was just all over the place, and like there's certain things that are just like some of those amazing scenes I've ever seen in a movie almost, and then some of the dumbest things I've ever seen. Like it's very stylized. We're cutting back to like weird British or weird like
Dogma?
war scenes
Like
or like
Dogma-esque
weird,
kind of camera work?
like weird kind of thing. We're using bullet time for weird scenes that didn't even make any sense. And like I would have liked to know what the people on the island are actually up to. How do they get this stuff? How do they get some kind of breakfast with bacon and like all this stuff and like all these little things?
Well,
They're
they
just
have
left-
animals on the island.
They got
They're left
livestock,
kinda-
brother.
And they
But they're
go
left kind
hunting.
of unexplained though. Like they don't, you don't really
They
get a lot
show
of
it.
context on like what they're really like doing there. You get some context, but not a lot of context. And it's just like I don't know. They're just all over the place to me. Some things are awesome, and then you spend a whole entire like the whole movie trying to protect the mother. Way to just put her down and then like laughingly you like take her skull and add it to like some monument.
Spoiler alert.
I thought that was like really stupid though. So sorry if it's a spoiler, but like I don't know. There's just some things that
So
were
we
just,
should
like,
not be
really-
crying and getting emotional in zombie movies. In other
Well,
words.
no, but it's just kind of like
he
the
doesn't
way that
want
it's
to.
done is just over stylized and over like it's fine to get emotional, but like the way that it's done, there's like things where I'm like this is cool, and then like well that was stupid, but this is cool, and then now something stupid. That was like my experience of it. It just
And
just
also,
all
look
over
up-
the place.
Look up Jimmy Seville. I urge y'all. I had to do this immediately. Look up Jimmy Seville online, and whenever you look him up, and like he's basically like the world's, and I mean the world's most dangerous child predator, apparently.
Mm.
And so that is like who this cult at the end is representing is Jimmy Seville.
Jack O'Connell.
And so when you know that, then you're like that ending is way darker now because the next film is going to be about him looking up to this mentor, and this mentor is going to be the worst kind of monster imaginable. So that's going to be interesting.
Yeah, like I wish that there's a way like there wasn't really much of a way to really explain that because when I first saw it, I'm getting like Power Rangers putty vibes like at the end. I'm like, what is this? But then you look it up and you find out
Austin's like Teletubbies.
that's who he is.
I mean,
Well, they have the clues within the movie. They have the stuff on. You see the guy hanging, the person hanging, and you see the graffiti on the wall. You see the clues about Jimmy throughout the movie.
Which I watched Dan
continue.
Merle's reveal. So Dan Merle gives a really good like explanation on who like Jimmy Seville is and all that on his review.
Yeah.
So, but
All
anyways, so still is good. It's just I just wish it could have been more consistent for me. So.
And what's your number 3? It's your turn.
Let's see. My number 3, which I should know it, but now that my phone kind of timed out. My number 3 is Superman. My number 3.
Okay.
So
Okay. So Dan has it on his list, and Jonathan has it on his list. So all right, go ahead.
yeah. So I was like totally ready to just crap all over James Gunn and the James Gunn universe because I was a big fan of what they were doing with Zack Snyder, and I really love the Man of Steel. I think that's great. And this Superman is a totally different take, a totally different tone. But I went in with an open mind, and you know what? I was really surprised in how much I love this movie. I thought that it was great. There's a few little small little nitpicky things like Nathan Fillion's character got a little annoying at some parts, but in other parts he was cool and fun. And like I didn't really know who Mr. Terrific was, but I thought he was awesome. I thought he was really cool. And just like they're getting back to like the Superman that just wants to have truth, justice in the American way and just do good and do what's right for people. And you see him just like struggling so hard to just make good choices and to realize that he's not a product of like what is his original parents sent him there to do. And also Nicholas Hoult too. Like you really hate this guy. Like when he did a great job, I thought, of like just being this nasty like Lex Luthor that you just loathe and you just want to see him just taken out. And yeah, like I just really liked everything that they were doing. One other criticism was that this movie is really made for fans of comic books. So like my dad or my brother or like the average like movie going fan, like they're probably not going to know who half these characters are. Hawk Girl and and like the Green Lantern Corps and like all these other characters that are in there. So they're really doing like a lot right out of the gate, which I kind of get it, because like you don't really need to keep doing origin stories for all these characters. So I appreciated it for me as a comic book fan, because I know these characters, and besides Mr. Terrific, but all the rest, and so for me it really works well. But I can totally see how for some people this may not work for them, because there's really a lot going on. But also too, I got to shout out Rachel Brosnahan, the chemistry that she had with David Cornsweet. I thought that they had great chemistry. Probably my favorite Lois Lane ever put to screen. Maybe my favorite Superman. I'm not sure yet, because Christopher Reeves is he's just up there. But and even what they did in Man of Steel, like that's up there, but it's totally different. So there's a lot to think about. I'll probably see it again, but yeah, but I really loved it though for the most part. So
all right, Jonathan, you had on your list.
Yeah, I actually agree with everything that Jordan said. Yeah, the main criticism was the metahuman stuff with Nathan Fillion and Isabella Merced. Like they're just Isabella Merced is just there.
Yeah, she just
really just get to know her. And Fillion, his jokes are hit and miss, narratively bumpy, but I thought the rest of it was really good. I think this movie. I mean, I'll say it again. A lot of people have been saying it. It soars with such positive light and high entertainment that it just made me smile. That this movie restored hope in the world again. I think a lot of people wanted to people were craving this movie, and I missed a chaotic year for sure this year. So yeah, I think it was a wonderful movie and a great ending, great last shot for me. So.
Yeah, but one of the reasons I want to see it again, because the Easter eggs too. There's a lot of things that they're like trying to set up, and little things. You see Gotham, and you see different little things that they're gonna have in there. So yeah.
All right, and Dan, head on your list.
Yeah, James Gunn, he knows his DC lore and stuff, so he played around with that DC lore with like Ultraman and like the Justice Gang and Mr. Terrific and stuff, some of that stuff. But I think what he was really going for is like an 80s vibe to the Justice. I feel like this whole direction James Gunn's going in is like an 80s vibe. If you know anything about the Justice League from the 1980s, the colorful kind of, there's a comedic aspect to the Justice League in the 80s, and Superman was a lighter. Yeah, there was some darker stories in the 80s with Batman and Superman and some of these characters. But I think overall, it was a lighter vibe. He wanted to go in a complete different direction than the Zack Snyder DCEU with the color palette and stuff like that, and use kind of quirky characters like Metamorpho and people like that, Guy Gardner and stuff. And I think he accomplished that. But the overall is just about Superman and doing right in the whole, hey, just because I have more power and all this kind of, doesn't mean I have to be a bad guy, and I can just have the right mindset. And by landing in a Kansas farm, he kind of got that background where his parents necessarily maybe didn't want him to have that kind of background. But it's up to you if you want to be good and if you choose to do right. You know what I mean? And I think that argument with Lois proved to be wrong in the end of the movie, because she wanted to try to question and do all that kind of stuff. But it's in each of us what we want to do in our lives, whether we're an alien from another planet or we're born on here on Earth in whatever town or whatever state we're all from. It's up to us what we choose to do. And he chose to be a good guy and do good and care. And that's why he stopped that war, in that fictional. I believe it was Russia and Ukraine to me, but other people might say it's something else. But I thought it was Russia and Ukraine, obviously, for me. But what do I know? But yeah, I love this movie quite a bit. I think the cast is amazing, like you guys said. So yeah.
But yeah, I never thought about that. Like, more people would tell me it's Israel, Palestine, but I'm like, no, like Russia and Ukraine kind of tracks more. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, so there we go. All right, we'll move on to our top two, and my number two is something I think that's been punted, so I think we'll finally talk about F1. Let's finally talk about it.
Ooh.
So there we go. Boom, boom. All right, so Jordan has it on his list. I have it on my list. Jonathan has it on his list. Dan has it on his list. I think the only one that doesn't is Wolf. So everybody else. We'll talk about it. All right, we'll go in a circle. No, I mean, again, Joseph Kosinski loved me some Top Gun Maverick. I even love like Tron Legacy. I just think he's a hell of a direct stylist and director. And I just think he's made another great crowd pleaser here. You know, like, is it anything, story wise that you've never seen before? No, but I don't necessarily mind that if it's done to the highest degree and the highest level, which is what he does. Top Gun Maverick was the same thing. Was it anything groundbreaking on a story or character level? Not really. But if you can do it to that high level where I can still get invested in it and just really just vibe with it and still be on the edge of my seat for the racing sequences, because I'm not big on Formula One just overall. My roommate is. I took my roommate to see this. He loves Formula One. He watches all the races. He's big on invested on it. He loved it, I still got really invested in it, much like I did with Gran Turismo a few years ago. I thought they were both really well done, if you can give me some good racing in a movie, I'm down with it. But I loved all the unconventional ways that Brad Pitt tries to win the races and kind of skirt the rules and all that stuff. I found really fascinating and interesting, his kind of bad boy attitude about it. But I thought he had good chemistry with the other racing guy. I forget his name. I apologize. The guy who plays,
Damson Interest.
Yeah, interest. Yeah. I thought they had good chemistry and some good back and forth dynamics. But I mean, you're here for the racing. It delivers, I think, on every ground level. And Brad Pitt is just another guy that, man, is he like Tom Cruise, just a damn movie star, and he just proves it in this movie that he can just eat the screen and just bring it home. So really, really entertaining. I'll be watching this one a bunch more times, and it's one I can see just popping in many, many more times in the future. So, we'll go in the circle. Jonathan, you got it on your list as well.
I do. I was just grinning for most of the movie. I was just smiling and just like, I like it. Yeah. It's the definition of fun summer entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is it. I think Kosinski achieved it again. Yes, it's not up to the level of Top Gun Maverick. I think he tries too hard to duplicate those emotional beats, but as they did not stick very well. But the rest of the movie is great. You get the POV shots while you're in the F1 cars. What I do like about it was that each of the four characters, Pitt, Idris, Javier Bardem, and Kerry Condon, they all have character subplots that tie into the very last race, and they tie it very, very well. And it was just a wonderful way to wrap everyone's characters' arcs in that last race. And it was fantastic. An intense ride in the first act and the third act, and you just root for them. You root for this team to do very well. So, it's doing really well in the box office. It's really well received. Great sound. And a great soundtrack by Hans Zimmer.
Hans Zimmer, baby. I always love a good Hans Zimmer.
I know. Yeah.
I listened to the score on my Spotify, and there were a few soundtracks.
I need to.
Few tracks on it. I was like, I like this.
Yeah, some good stuff, especially.
F1 is very good. A lot of fun.
All right. Yeah, Dan, you had a number 10.
Yeah, I love the camera work that Kosinski's. He did it in Top Gun Maverick. He did it here. He puts the cameras in places, and it makes it look like you're actually in the car with the people racing these cars. You feel like you're in these cars and you're racing. When there's a crash, you feel like you're going through the crash with you genuinely, especially in IMAX. It's just you feel like you're just in a communal experience going through this with the drivers, and the story, of course, these kind of movies, this is a fictional story, but the F1, I have one of my writers wrote the review of this because he's a massive F1 fan. I had him write the review, and he says, they're playing loosely with the F1 and all that kind of stuff. The races are out of order and some of that stuff, but towards the beginning, he's in Daytona at the 24 hours of Daytona, and then he goes to a restaurant that's literally 25 minutes down the street from where I live, a Greek restaurant, and I was like, wow, that's New Smyrna Beach, right down the street from where I live. And it was so funny that he's just sitting there having food at this Greek tapas restaurant. We got the news that they were filming the movie in New Smyrna Beach. So, but I didn't go over there. I had some friends that went over for extras. But yeah, I mean the action scenes with the racing is incredible, and I love they put the graphics on screen where the races are and the various stuff like that, and so that's really good informative stuff when you're a filmmaker giving the audience information, But yeah, Brad Pitt, I mean he's at that level like Tom Cruise, like you said, Austin. I mean he's just like there's movie stars and then there's movie stars. Right now, Tom Cruise, Brad Pitt are probably two of the top ones in the world right now.
Mm-hmm. 100%. And Jordan had it on your list at number 10 also. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I thought that there was a lot of fun. It was awesome, high adrenaline. Just like it's really fun to just feel like you're just in the seat as you guys are racing. But then even the graphic where they have the little maps up there, you can see like he's in first place. This guy's way back there, kind of like they're doing a video game kind of thing. And yeah, like for me, I have it like a little lower on my top 12 just because like the writing didn't like blow me away, but it's still like just like super fun. I even like Javier Bardem being like his friend kind of manager guy, and like just like a great way to show Formula One racing because I don't know too many other movies about Formula One racing
Rush
that are out there.
is a great one.
Yeah,
Rush is if you haven't seen it.
There's Rush, which I haven't seen. That's a blind spot for me, so I need to see that.
You should. That one's really well done. Great Ron Howard movie.
Yeah,
you should watch that. Good Chris Hemsworth. Yeah,
but I have seen like the Senna documentary. I saw that. Like that's pretty good. So whenever they bring up Senna, I'm like, oh yeah, like that's someone that like most people know that he like raced with them and stuff, and like it's cool to see all the different venues because I have family that was down in Las Vegas when the F1 came through there and they raced right down the strip. That like they didn't go to it, but they were like right in the area when there was all happening because it's expensive to go to some of those events. But yeah, like
Florida, they go around the Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. That's one of the ones.
Oh yeah.
Race around the Hard Rock.
Awesome. Yeah, it was just crazy. Yeah. So yeah, like really fun. Yeah. I mean, like very solid. Not quite enough to make it like in the top half, but still worthy of the top 10 for sure for me. So
all right. All right, we talked about F1. John, 28 years later was your number 2, right? So yeah, which we talked.
It was real quick though. I was just gonna play a little catch up really quick because I wanted to show that Brian has Paddington in Peru for number 4. So that's just
that was a really great one.
Yeah, but Malcolm must have pieced up for his number 4, but yeah, right. That one I skipped. I did not see it, but Malcolm did put his number 3, which is the Thunderbolts, and then Brian had Novocaine there, and then I don't know if anyone
Malcolm had to leave. He put his number 2 and 1 in there. So
he had Bloodlines and then
Bloodlines and Superman. So there you go.
Yeah, okay. Cool.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we will. Caro had 28 weeks later, years later, which we talked about. So Dan, you're number 2.
My number 2 was Wolves. I think 4 or 5 or something. Or Caro. Caro had it at number 4 or 5. Life of Chuck.
Life of Chuck. I mean, unless you want to stay up for your number 1.
It's on Caro's list. It's on.
It's on. It's my one. You want to just talk about it when we get to my number 1? Then we could just do that if you want to. Just hang on to it. We'll hang on to that. Yeah, well, let's hang on to Life of Chuck. We'll talk about it in just a minute because it'll be very, very soon. All right, so let's go to Wolf's number 2. What you got?
Well, I know it was punted earlier, so let's see if it's still going to. Well, it can't be now. So,
We're only just hanging on to it at this point. If it's somebody's number 1, we'll just wait till it gets to number 1, and then we'll just talk about it.
Bob Trevino likes it.
That is also my number 2. So
okay,
cool.
And then Caro had it. Yeah, so you guys, I'll start talking about Bob Trevino. Go ahead, Wolf.
Yeah, so this was such a delightful surprise for me that I heard excellent things about it, and I remember the festival I attended in October, I remember saying like, "Oh man, it's gonna be interesting to see what wins between like a Real Pain or a Nora or all these other movies and all this stuff." And then news comes out that at Virginia Film Festival, Bob Trevino Likes It won the entire fest, and I was like, "Whoa, what is this?" I was like, "What?" I was like, "How did this win? What?" I was like, "Over these like bigger films, like okay." I was not expecting that. So then I watch it finally. And yeah, I completely understand why, because this is such a delightful movie. John Leguizamo is so good in here, and I will, and what's the actress's name? Shoot,
Barbie Ferreira.
Barbie
Yeah.
Ferreira. Yeah, she was a revelation, and I think using that word in the proper sense. She is revealing herself to be
there it is.
such an amazing actress. And it's just because she completely blew me away. One of the best performances I've seen this year. I love the kind of relationship they have. Basically, what's about, if none of y'all know, it's about, she has a terrible father. Basically, kind of almost nothing to do with
French
her.
Stewart giving a really nuanced, like interesting.
I know.
For once,
Yes.
he's really good. Yeah,
he's really good.
Yeah.
And basically, she looks up the Bob Trevino, and then turns out that there's somebody else named with that same name. So she's like, asks, "Are we related?" And then a friendship ensues, and it's really beautiful. Apparently, it's based on real events. The director said she looked up, did the same thing, but with her name, and then there was a friendship that grew, and it's basically played out the same way. And this movie will make you laugh. You will bawl your eyes out. You are also just going to have like every single emotion here.
Just say, like, not that I cry, but it was close. But I won't spoil anything. Scrapbook. That's all you got to say when you get to the scrapbook.
Oh,
yeah.
That doesn't spoil anything.
Ugh.
When you get to the scrapbook, there you go.
And just to get a little personal here,
Yeah.
I am somebody. This movie personally affected me because I'm somebody who. My dad is also kind of an awful person, but I've had a lot of great father figures in my life that are like closer to being my dad than my real dad. So that's why I connected so much to this, because he was like a father figure to her that she was so close with, and I have my father figures that I am so close with. So yeah, amazing movie. Bob Trevino likes it. Wolfman likes it. So there you go.
I'm sure you can say Wolfman loves it. Yes.
Loves it, yeah.
Loves it.
But Jordan, you also Jordan Anderson loves it. It's your number 2.
Yeah. I loved it. Yeah. So first, I always want to say that this movie kind of has a dopey title that, like, when you hear it, you're like, oh, "What is this? It's weird." It just makes you kind of think that, what is this movie? But like, it makes sense in the context of like, because he likes her posts on Facebook and stuff. John Leguizamo's character, and yeah, I didn't expect to like cry and to cry as hard as I did because Barbie Ferreira, holy cow, you feel for her character like so much. This girl like seemingly has like nobody in her life. I mean, her dad's there, but like in the beginning of the movie, like there's a part where he like literally cuts her off and like almost saying that you're no longer my daughter. I don't want to see you ever again. Don't ever contact me over something really stupid. Like, so French Stewart probably given the only good performance of his whole career, in my opinion. But it's a great one though.
Hey, to be fair, he's good on Third Rock from the Sun back in the day for what he's
so he was all right.
He's finally casted for that.
Yeah, right.
What Inspector Gadget 2? No.
Yeah,
but you see it in the trailer though when he gives her like an itemized list of like everything that she's cost him. I'm like, oh my gosh, what an asshole to like do that and like I don't know, there's just so many things that just makes me think I'm so grateful that I had a great father, because so many people don't, and like it really makes you just feel for him and yeah, like the scrapbook thing that you mentioned, man, like they're just like some things where like, yeah, it takes you on a roller coaster, and when you cry. I'm just like, whoa, I did not expect that. Like so yeah, just really, really good. So yeah. and it's something that like after I saw it, I like instantly recommended it to my whole family. You have to watch this movie. That's their type of movie. I think my whole family would love it. So yeah.
Yeah. And Jonathan, you had a number 5.
Yes, I do. I do love it. Yeah, it may be a simple friendship story, but under the hands of director Tracy Lehman, it goes beyond that. And as they both have dealt with trauma, and they both have dealt with trauma that has fractured their lives, as they both live in social isolation and loneliness. They're broken souls, and their instant connection is therapeutic as they help advance themselves in their lives. So I think it's a wonderful gem that shows the true value of friendship that could potentially last through father figures, especially if you do not get along with your own father as well. So, yeah, I think it's lovely. I think it's a lovely movie. This is the one that almost got me. This is the one. This is very close. So, yeah, scrapbook.
Yeah, I mean, just real quick, I'll just say, yeah, Wolfman. I just want to say the exact same thing you're saying. I don't get along with my father. My father wasn't a good father. I had 2 or 3 father figures in my life who really helped me. Coaches, mostly coaches, and basketball coach, football coach, a bartender buddy of mine, and so they were all like father figures to me. And yeah, this movie really is emotional. And the girl from Euphoria, wow, this is the first thing I've seen her in since Euphoria. I don't know, maybe she's been in some other things. I just haven't seen her, but she was really good in this. And John Leguizamo, haven't seen him in a lot of good stuff either, and he was really good in this. So yeah, I really like Bob Trevino as well. I liked it.
All right.
I forgot to add also that there used to be a CNA, and I did the same exact thing where I would take care of somebody and then form a friendship over it. And like I have some friends from doing that, so that was very relatable also. But
all right.
But also
All right. Yeah.
Brian with the SNL reference, French Stewart is here grinning like an idiot. From the
Celebrity Jeopardy.
Yeah.
Jimmy Fallon played him. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Well, Jordan's number 2 was Bob Trevino, so we just talked about that. So yeah, we are going around to the number 1s. So no more punting, no more hanging out. Let's get them out of the way. So we'll talk about a few that have been teased. Yeah, my number 1 is The Life of Chuck. So let's check it out. Yeah, man. Yeah, maybe one of the biggest surprises of the year for me. And if you can really like surprise me and kind of come out of nowhere and knock my socks off, that's big for me. And yeah, I was already looking forward to it just based on, it's the new Mike Flanagan movie. So, that's already got my interest because it's Mike Flanagan. But, I saw the cast list. It looked very solid. But yeah, the only thing I ever saw from this movie was that initial teaser where it just had Tom Hiddleston in that town square just kind of standing there with a little bit of voiceover. That was really it. And I'm so glad I went into this blind, not really knowing much about it. Because, yeah, it was the Regal mystery movie. So we went and saw it, which was fun. And then, yeah, man, this movie just blew me away. I just connected to it so much. I think for my money, the best first act of any movie I've seen this year, because oh my god, the first act of this movie, just like I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like in a good way, where I was just like, hooked, I was all in. I'm like, I have no idea what's happening, but like I am invested to see where it goes, and sort of the explanation for everything and the revelations. And yeah, like it's the story of this guy. Again, I don't want to spoil too much. I want people to like, I know it kind of came and went in theaters, so I'm sure some people didn't see it. But yeah, it kind of follows this guy's life. And yeah, and really great, supporting cast through it. Yeah, Chiwetel Ejiofor, who's always really solid. Your girl, Jordan Karen Gillan, who's really good in this movie. Yeah, and Mark Hamill, man, like having maybe one of the best performances of his career. Like he's great. I would almost like back him for like a supporting actor nomination. I think he's that good in this movie that if they threw it out there,
look in the attic or whatever they call the act. They have a word for the attic, what they call it. I can't remember what they say.
Yeah, but there's just really great stuff from him in this movie. Yeah, I mean, just there's so many range of emotions, just like from in this guy's life, but like the pure joy of like the dancing sequence to like the depression, of some of the lower moments of his life to the different relationships and the family dynamics. It just again, I had no idea where it was going from like start to finish, but in that good way, not in a bad way. Like I was just ready to see kind of where it ends up, and it's about the connection you make with people and the impact that they have on your lives and vice versa. And yeah, just a really great story. You never know. This is one of those oddly, Stephen King ones where it's, he can do these like human dramas, but also, the crazy horror. But then when he has these stories, kind of like, Shawshank and Green Mile and, Stand By Me, you remember that he has that side of him too, that he can also write. So yeah, just brilliantly directed, really well paced and throw out there. Yeah, just one of the best surprises of the year that I got so invested in this movie, and I just took a second after I saw it. I was like, God damn, man, that was awesome. I just thought that was just brilliant stuff. So yeah, I've been on long enough. Yeah, it's my number one.
That dancing scene is like something I've already referred to multiple people. Like just don't be embarrassed in life and just like go for it. And like who cares if 1 million people are watching you? Just do it because in the end, like who cares what other people think that much? I mean, really.
Yeah. So. Jonathan is your number 3. So in your top 3, what you got?
Yeah. I don't get the discourse in this. I don't get it. I really don't get it. I think that cynics need to watch this again to reevaluate what life is, what life itself is. And it's a very unique perspective about that, of, just placing a life in time and just giving in. I mean, Flanagan does give an illuminating outlook of life in which you want to feel at peace with yourself and with others. It's a humanistic journey. It's also a spiritual journey. And I think he evokes those cores of emotions instilled in myself that make me fulfilled in a certain place of life, flawed or not. I mean, every life is imperfect, and, but the difference is, like, you want to go the distance, you want to go for it, any chapter of your life. I mean, it's, it's just a wonderful experience for me. I think it's just I said it before, it's basically a medicine from cinema that people need to check out. And if they want to feel better about themselves and just, if they have problems with their lives or not. Boy, if you think Neon has a few things in their plate, regarding like a campaign, awards campaign, boy, their second half is going to be busy for Neon, because there's a lot of stuff from Neon coming out this second half of the year that I think is going to be like big time Oscar awards considerations. I'm gonna include Mark Hamill in that, because
Neon screwed themselves over though, awards wise, with this movie. Like that, because when it won the People's Choice at TIFF, they should have released it that year, because then it would have been in the top conversation.
I do agree on that, because if they had released it last year, oh god, this would have like replaced Emilia Perez. Seriously.
And so now it's like, because Neon won Cannes and has a second place film at Cannes, those are the two films.
They're gonna screw themselves over. They have a lot of work to do. But it's like a good situation, a good problem for them. So The Life of Chuck, it's definitely a moving portrait and one of the finer movies of the year. I think it's a great movie.
All right. Yeah. And Dan, you had it at number 2.
Yeah, I just thought that was a beautiful movie. The middle-aged kid, once again, another good, great kid performance. Of course, going to be overlooked at the end of the year. No one cares about kid performances, which is ridiculous. But it's just this movie, based on a Stephen King novella or a short story or whatever, it's basically telling you to go do the thing that you care about and the thing that you love, no matter what anybody thinks. And that's what I got out of this. It's like, if you love something, whether it be dancing or doing podcasting or writing about movies or playing the drums or playing bass, whatever it is, go do the thing you love. Life is too short and the world could come to an end. Just go enjoy yourself. Do the thing you love the most. And no matter what anybody says, who cares? And that's basically what I got out of this movie. And that's what I'll take away from The Life of Chuck. And that's why it resonated with me so much. But like you guys said, Mark Hamill, phenomenal. I hope he gets that Best Supporting Actor nomination, because I don't think he's going to win with Stellan Skarsgård in the race. But yeah, I love this movie. Tom Hiddleston, amazing. Yeah, Chiwetel Ejiofor, Karen Gillan, they're all good. But yeah, I love this movie, and if it wasn't for this other movie, it would have been my number one. So
no, fair enough. There's been some good stuff. So, all right, well, let's get to another number one, and yeah, let's finally, I guess, Jonathan, Sinners, right? Let's talk about Sinners.
Sinners.
All right,
Yeah.
so you got it on your list. I have it on my list at 3. Who else has got it?
Nope, that's it.
Jordan
Oh,
has it. On
I
their
had
list.
it at 7. I had
And
it
7.
at
So
7.
everybody except
Yeah.
Dan, has it on their list. So,
Ah,
all right, let's go around the horn. But Jonathan, it's your number one, so hit it. What you got?
Yeah, this is the only movie I've given 5 stars to so far. It's less a thrilling vampire movie than a powerful commentary about how music has connected the past to the present and how it will forever last into the future as it modernizes and adapts to newer generations. Ryan Coogler, I think, is the director of the year so far. He uses the phrase of never forget where you or the history comes from. With sublime camera work, I think it features the best scene of the year for me, where they use the music from the past to connect to the future. I mean, it's that camera work. It's just awesome. He knows how to do it. He knows how to use a camera, Coogler. I mean, from Drew Bale to Creed to Black Panther. Yeah, I mean, and also there's some political aspects in there, regarding like Southern blues and Irish music, both commentary about idealistic perspective of freedom. And then also you have the horror elements. Of course, it's more action packed and scary and not as gimmicky with jump scares, but it subtly builds on to the threat of wiping out the microcosm of civilization within that club. So yeah, but it just builds down to the somber questions of whether that hint of humanity, or whether there is a hint of humanity underneath certain characters' arsenal when turned into vampires. So, and the characters we follow in the first half, they're fleshed out beautifully. I knew exactly who they were about after 30 minutes. So, like, okay, I knew exactly who we are. We can follow you around. It's great. Great cast all around. Michael B. Jordan. This may be my favorite Michael B. Jordan performances. Playing twin brothers. And yeah, Jack O'Connell, once again, we bring him up. He's scary here. Haley Steinfeld, she's grown up. She's uncompromising and not afraid to speak their mind about her personal history, and probably gives the most memorable line of the year. Yeah. And Miles Catton. I'm not going to use the R word because we used it a couple of times, but he's great as the blues musician, who's soulful and courageous. And I think it's a great film. So yeah, it should last into the awards consideration. Maybe Coogler is a part of the conversation. Ludwig Göransson, once again, his score is great.
Yeah, the one who did Oppenheimer.
Yeah, he may score another nomination. I thought it was excellent. And the mid-credit scene. I love that mid-credit scene.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Wolf, you had it at number 7.
Yeah, so I have it at number 7 because I did really love this movie. Like I talked about, I'm big into music, and this was very much a love letter to music, especially folk music. There's some really great folk music in here, and other kinds of music in here that they really pay homage to, and I really love that. I have it at 7 because I do think it is slightly overrated. I think it's a kind of a film that's like that. I don't think it's best of the decade, or even in the conversation that like some people are saying, or like maybe best of the 21st century. I've heard that even going around by some people and such. Like I don't think it's that high.
It's too soon.
I think it's just you gotta let this film sit for a while and everything. And I will say that there are a couple issues I have with this. Like one, I thought the blood looked really fake. It's like orange almost. If you go watch the film again, it's like there's some blood in here. It's like really, really like juicy and like orangey almost. It looks really kind of strange.
What movie did you watch? I thought it was Red.
I don't know. It looked to me. It looked like. It looked fake regardless to me. Like, I didn't think it looked that good. And then also, there's like a Quentin Tarantino-esque shootout that happens that I do feel like didn't really fit with what was going on previously in the film. I thought like that just kind of took me out of it a little bit. But I thought everything else about the film was exceptional. Michael B. Jordan did really good. It's a much better twin portrayal than Alto Nights, where you couldn't even understand which twin was which. This one, it's like they did much better here. And the kid in this, yeah, he was exceptional. Delroy Lindo, let's redeem him for the Five Bloods and get him an Oscar nomination, because you all screwed him over for that movie. So let's do it this time. But yeah, he was exceptional. Haley Steinfeld, everybody here was really great, and yeah, it's a great vampire movie. And at the end of the day, I just love that it's an original film that did really well, because for the most part, original films in horror and or in theaters do not do well, but horror does do well. And so because of that, the horror community showed up, and they got this to be the box office success it was. So I'm very happy.
Word of mouth, yeah.
Yeah.
Jordan.
Yeah. So, one of my favorite reviews of Sinners is Shane Gillis talking about it, where he's like, it's like, so basically it's like evil Irish vampires go to Mississippi to steal the black people's souls and their music. That's like, and then he says that it's kind of Dusk Till Dawn meets Django, kind of, which yeah, that's kind of like sort of like kind of, you know. but yeah, like Michael B. Jordan's performance, of course, he was great. Haley Steinfeld's one of my favorite actresses, so I'm a little jealous that Wolf kind of has a connection with Haley Steinfeld. That's cool. And yeah, just like the horror aspect blended in with like the racial like things that are in there, kind of like the I don't know, you got the blacks versus whites in a way that's just different and unique, and like and there's like parts of it where like they're playing the music so much that like I don't know if they're like conjuring up the souls of their ancestors through music and stuff, which is like a cool take to kind of show the power of music and stuff, and yeah, like Michael B. Jordan playing like the dual roles. I mean, yeah, it's just really cool, and also the guy that plays like without spoiling it, he's one of the survivors at the end and ends up being the old man in the mid-credit thing, but he was really good. Is it Miles
Caton? Miles Caton.
Yeah, Caton. Yeah.
And that guy at the end is Buddy Guy, who's a blues legend. He's a real
yeah,
he's really
nice.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the movie rules. It's awesome. So yeah, it was my number 8.
Yeah, no, it's my number 3. Yeah, not much to add here. Just another brilliant. Yeah, Ryan Coogler, has he made a bad movie yet? I don't think so.
Nope.
He's one of the hottest directors going today. Yeah, anything you tell me he's making 3 more movies with him and Michael B. Jordan, I'm signed up for all of them. Yeah, whatever you want to do, keep them coming. Because Michael B. Jordan's so good in this that he's playing identical twins with Smoke and Stack, but like they're 2 completely different characters, and you know exactly who each one is just by their body language and their facial expressions, and just their cadence, the way they act. Like, and that's always a brilliant performance. On both levels. Yeah, the music's great. It's filmed beautifully. I felt completely entrenched in the time period. So, not much else to add here. It's great. So really good.
Yeah, I think the hottest actor-director duo right now.
Probably. Yeah, it's got to be.
I think that, like, if we're thinking about pure like movie stars, I think Michael B. Jordan's probably in the conversation of like movie stars.
With this movie, yes.
At least with like current movie stars, younger like current movie stars for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Dan, we are at your number 1. Hit us.
Yeah, my number 1. I put my list out the last day of June. It's Warfare. I'm a fan of war movies and all kinds of war movies in all different wars. whether it's World War II, Civil War, whether Revolutionary War, whatever the case may be, World War One. But I haven't seen a war movie in a long time that literally I felt like I was literally in the war that was going on at that time. I was with these guys in the middle of this battle that was going on, and it had, and there's a scene in the middle of this movie that literally blows you away. It's so shocking and so just explosive. It blows you away.
Yeah.
And I was just taken aback by this scene. It was so powerful to me. And it's got a lot of good young up and coming actors, guys like Joseph Quinn and Cosmo Jarvis and Charles Melton and Will Poulter, who's been around a little while. I mean, it has an amazing cast, and it comes from an actual guy that was involved in this event, and it's written by him and co-directed by him and
Alex Garland.
And
yeah. When
you watch movies about war, you want to feel the war. You want to feel what is going on. And this reminded me of like the first 15 minutes of like Saving Private Ryan or films like the whole Going Down the River in Apocalypse Now, how it's just like you feel like you're dirty and grimy in the middle of the Vietnam War, I felt like I was in the middle of this. This was actually going on in the theater. And that to me is why I love movies. You feel what you're watching. It becomes part of you. And this movie really became part of me while I was watching the movie. And so as a whole, I don't think this has been a great year for movies, but this is one of those movies that really, I felt like this is a movie that I became a part of what was going on, and that's why it's my number one of the year.
Yeah,
nice. I do want to add that I saw Warfare, and yeah, it's at 13 on my list, so it's like just outside my 12 because I did really love it, but I also think it suffers from the same thing that Civil War suffered, where they're both just like war is bad. No, thank you. It's like they don't have anything beyond that to say.
Yeah.
No, these guys are doing their jobs. You see it at the beginning of the movie. They're having fun kind of at the beginning of the movie. War is their job. This is their job. It doesn't matter that it's war is fun or this or that. This is their job. They're doing their job. And that's how it's portrayed. These men are doing their job that they're being paid to do.
I liked the whole real time thing about it. I did think that was kind of interesting. So,
right.
But it's also disturbing to like see it drawn out kind of because if I had to listen to Joseph Quinn screaming like for like any longer, that was very disturbing, but probably realistic though, But it also has James Gandolfini's son. I wanted to point out. Michael Gandolfini. He's in it. Yeah.
And the kid from Reservation Dogs too, the main kid from that show.
A really good young cast of really good actors.
Yeah.
All right, Wolf, what is your number one?
Oh, I know what his number one is. Yeah.
Well, you're about to go to war with me. Literally, it's about to be warfare right now because for any haters, because my number one, after our our spoiler discussion yesterday determined this as my number one, and that is Eddington.
Oh yeah, we get to talk about it.
I can't wait to listen to this.
Yeah.
Maybe you guys can explain what he's trying to say with this movie because I couldn't figure it out. But all right,
I know.
I didn't get it, but
I know.
Enlighten me, please.
Yeah, I can tell you.
So Ari asked her. It's kind of interesting. Tristan was at the Q&A, and when the person asked him, "What is this movie about?" he was like, "It's about a creation of an AI research center." And that's what he said because the ending of the movie, you see the AI research center being built, and that's like Ari Aster's interpretation is that it's about that, and
wow.
or whatever when they asked that. but he's also the same guy who says Hereditary is meant to be a comedy. So I don't know if I trust him necessarily. So it's he's tough wacky dude.
His interview with Matt Negley
it's
is a
not
lot
funny.
better than some of
To
these
me,
other-
Bo Was Afraid should have been called Ari Aster Has Mommy Issues. That's what the movie should have been titled.
Yeah. So
I don't know. Maybe he's out of his mind right now. I don't know.
this one is definitely at least funnier than Hereditary because there's definitely some really funny moments here. But
Yeah.
this film really struck me because I've been seeing a lot of discourse online, and most of the discourse are kind of coming from whiners who are just saying they made fun of me. And it's like, well, you know what? You kind of deserve to get made fun of because because basically it's taking us back to the time of the worst time in history in our, at least of the 2020s so far.
Yeah.
In history of this decade that we had to go through, which was the riots, the BLM movement, and all that happened with George Floyd. Then the COVID virus hitting us, everything hitting us at once, and just showing how you have Joaquin Phoenix, who's my favorite actor, was excellent in this role. How you have this guy who's anti-mask, doesn't wear a mask, goes in there, doing his thing, and he's up against Pedro Pascal's character, and you see the two sides. It's like, okay, Joaquin Phoenix, yeah, he's a terrible person that we're following in this movie, but also Pedro Pascal's a fucking hypocrite because he is somebody who's like
in the movie.
He's somebody.
Yeah.
No, in the movie, yeah, we love Pedro Pascal in real life. In the movie, he is playing a hypocrite because he's all like advertising social distancing, advertising this and that. And then he invites a guy over to sit at his table, and he's not even wearing a mask. And then he's having a freaking party, which, by the way, that scene was great. This thing is a modern Western, and it's like using Katy Perry's Firework to have a saloon kind of walk-in moment, like a Western, was like, that's like the standoff in a saloon kind of moment that they had there, which was excellent. But that was also hypocritical. And you just see the hypocrisy that we all were having during this time and saying, like, at the end of the day, all of us handled this terribly. Like, none of us handled this well. We didn't know what we were doing. And I thought it was an interesting way of showing us this as a reflection. So then we never have to do this again. Everyone who says, I don't want to be taken back to that time. It's important to go back to that time, because if we don't go back to that time, then it's just going to repeat itself. And it's going to be an ongoing cycle. It's the same thing of, oh, well, I don't want to go back to 9/11. Okay. So then I guess we just don't talk about it and another terrorist attack happens like that, So it's like, it's one of those things where it's important to talk about this stuff. It's important to go back to it and have these kind of conversations. And I've been thinking about this film nonstop, and it's just, and yeah, it takes turns and it takes wacky, and it goes to wacky places, but I was here for the ride. And I thought at the end, where the character's journey ends up at was perfect for the kind of acts he committed and for what he ended up doing throughout the movie. I'm not going to give anything away, but it's really, really fascinating. And if you want to see me go deeper into it and all of us go deeper into it, check out our 2-hour spoiler discussion we did. We really went like deep into this movie and picking all the politics of it, talking the themes of this movie and everything like that. So definitely go check that out, because this movie I like utterly blew me away. And I feel like some people, I don't hate being that guy, because I think it's very pretentious to say this. And I'm that kind of guy who thinks it's very pretentious, but I feel like some people aren't getting it, or they're upset that it's making fun of them. And it's like, you have to, and that's kind of where I'm feeling with this kind of
I got it. I just want to know what the hell he's trying to say with this movie.
He's trying to say that we all and having 3 minutes of credits with the AI Research Center is trying to say, like, hey, this isn't done yet. Now this is the thing that we're dealing with. And we're all saying like, oh, look at AI, it's so great. Oh, look at this, I can do this and that. But then we don't understand the like detriments and the awfulness of AI and what it can actually do to like to companies, to artists, to all this stuff. And that's why he spends like 5 minutes of the credits just on that AI structure there at the end, just so we can sit on that and realize what's coming our way. So this is almost like a wake up call of a movie for us, is what he's trying to basically throw at us.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with every word Wolf said. Literally every single word
Same.
Wolf said. You know, you and me, Austin, we worked at a big department store. You know, we knew we had the distancing, and we had the 6 feet, and we had the masks and the plastic around the registers, and the, closing the store earlier and open the store later. We were a part of that. You and I have been part of that, you know, and it's just Joaquin Phoenix basically stumbles and bumbles his way through this and ends up a hero in the end. And that's basically somebody that's in the White House right now. Is what happened. He stumbled and bumbled his way through COVID and the COVID pandemic and the George Floyd stuff. And what happens? He gets rewarded for being president again. You know,
but his life is also ruined too, deep down, because of what happened.
Yeah. And it's just the stuff on the cars, all the messages on his car, and all that stuff, and it just shows you the genius of Ari Aster, how smart this guy is. If you just watch this movie another time, you'll see all the little details, all the
subtle things he throws in there.
The subtle things that are in there.
Oh, I got it. All the misspelled stuff on the car. I got that. I didn't miss anything. I swear I didn't miss anything. I just don't know what he's trying to. I don't know what the commentary is. I get that, like, we went through this.
We're idiots.
We went through that.
Idiots.
I
We're
know
idiots.
that.
Everybody's idiots.
I know it was a wacky time, but it was like, okay, then why don't you just make a documentary about this time? I don't know what.
But it's like,
but then the commentary. That's why I think Ari Aster gave that answer at the Q&A. I think that's why whenever they asked what this is about, I think that's why he gave that answer about it being about the building of an AI research center or whatever, because it's like, because that is at the end of the day what it's about, is like this isn't over. Like, you watch this movie about COVID, this isn't over. There's still more stuff to come, and we have to be prepared for it. And that's like the commentary.
So many people that are just behaving so badly, they're just not thinking about the greater good about vaccinations and distancing and the things that really would have helped. You know, I watched a movie about New Zealand, and how the documentary about the Prime Minister of New Zealand, at one point she had no COVID cases in her entire country because she closed off the border, and she did what she had to do right away to avoid the problems that the rest of the world faced with COVID. And I understand that, you know, you have, you're a sheriff and you're not doing your job, and people are going to other places because you're an idiot and all this stuff. I understand that. You have to just see where Ari Aster is coming from. Is like, he's pointing the finger at us, that we're the cause and we're the problem in all of this that happened. None of us are innocent in any of this stuff that's happened. You know,
and even when it comes to AI, also, none of us are innocent on that either. We're all just kind of embracing it. And that's why I feel like the ending is so impactful and important. And those ending credits are like the wake up call for us, I feel. So,
well, I think that also too, I got it on my list. I'm like number, I can't remember what number 8 or so, but 6. Okay. Yeah. But like, people are like so quick to forget how fucked up of a time that time period was. We forget how crazy, and like how that it literally like divided the world. It divided
neighbor to neighbor, divided neighbor.
Because it's like every single person had their like surefire idea of like what COVID was, what it's going to do to people. But we're not experts. No one is a doctor. We all became these doctors that we thought we could figure it out. Then you have the Black Lives Matter on top of it, the George Floyd riots. Then you have defund the police was another thing too, and
Antifa, that whole
and stuff. You
Yeah.
The Antifa stuff, the Antifa, the QAnon stuff, all that stuff, because there's like scenes where there's like mass people coming in and they're
And he
they're trying to
caused
shoot
it,
up
by the way,
place
just so
and
you
all
know,
that.
Austin,
Yeah.
he caused all that to happen to himself, Joaquin Phoenix,
Yeah.
by calling out the people who killed, what's his name?
Well, I get that
George
he
Floyd?
brings it on
Yeah.
himself. I just
Yeah,
don't
he
know how
brings
we
it all
get from
home.
that to him shooting machine guns
But-
against people in black at the end of the movie.
Well,
What
It's a
the fuck
video
is that-
game.
What
It
does
was
that have to do with anything?
What
I
we
get
all
that-
doing
I
in
get
your
that
house?
he takes it
Video
takes his
games,
own
meant to-
right?
psychos to the extreme. How the hell do we get to that in the third act? That makes no
It was
sense.
meant to say that
character-wise
the
at
whole
all.
thing's being orchestrated behind the scenes. You have Antifa trying to orchestrate things and like trying to put thoughts into people's heads.
I get that
and,
he
like,
takes
and,
it
like,
too
and, like,
far
trying to come
against
and-
the mayor, and he takes
Yeah.
his own himself down, and he drives himself into his own craziness. But like, how do we get to like Rambo with the giant Rambo gun, machine gun
With
fighting
Antifa coming and
random
trying to do shit.
mass people in the streets, and it's a damn video game? Like, what the fuck are we doing by the end of that?
Well, that's
movie?
what
Yeah.
you did. When did you guys all
Yeah.
play video games in COVID? You were locked in your apartments in your homes. What else
Well,
did you have?
Playing a video game? What the fuck are you talking about, Dan?
a big aspect of the movie too, though, is about cycles of
I don't play
violence.
video games, but
and
a lot of
about
people-
how violence a lot of times, like, that's a huge aspect of Eddington, is violence and how we correlate violence and how we look at violence. And I feel like that's something that they were trying to say in the ending by having the kid at the end try to save him, because that's, again, being hypocritical, that they were standing up against violence or whatever to then shoot that person dead. And it's
Yeah,
like,
right.
okay, well,
Like,
then
totally
that
changes
just makes you
political
a
view,
hypocrite
where it
because you
becomes
just
a
shot that person
podcaster
dead,
for, like-
and now you're
Nobody
doing it. And
knows
so,
what side they're on.
and,
They
and
say
so
they're on
it's
the
dealing
side,
it's
but they
dealing
don't
with
really
like
know.
gun issues in the U.S. as well
Mhm.
during that time, because that was also rampant, and that was
Yeah,
also
yeah.
Gun
huge
control
thing.
was a big issue at that time. You're
So
absolutely right.
here's okay. Well,
Yeah.
quickly. Actually, I'm between. What's the echo?
Yeah, somebody's got echo.
Okay,
No.
so I'm between all four of y'all. I'm actually a little bit with Austin, actually. So I recognize some of the brilliance in Ari Aster's storytelling regarding the screwed up time that we had in the COVID era, and I got that. But it's really that tonal shift into the third act where he became Rambo in the West. I was like, what the heck? Like, it's like this.
The people behind the scenes wanted to orchestrate and wanted to have control to drive us to our most extreme they could possibly drive us to. Like, if they could drive us to kill each other, they would do it. They would drive us as far as they could possibly push us, and that's what they did in the movie.
Yeah, to turn on neighbor against neighbor, friend
Yeah.
against friend, family member
It
against
felt like
I-
the
make it
total
extreme.
shift, though.
Literally
Yeah,
make it
that's-
extreme.
Yeah, it doesn't track with where the movie was in the first two act, though.
No.
It just doesn't.
And I thought it was a little long to make its point, to demonstrate its point. I kind of got it. So if they had condensed it a little bit, maybe it would have been a little bit better. But like I said before, I need to rewatch this because I thought it was really good. It was in my honorable mentions, so I'll give it another rewatch.
Yep.
That's fine.
But one of the interesting things is like how this movie plays in different parts of the country too. Because where I live, it's very conservative. So you have like all these protesters, and they're standing up. The white people standing up for the blacks and for the Native Americans, and like saying that like we have institutional racism, and like we need to realize that like we need to pay for the sins of our ancestors and all that stuff. Then you have the scene where like one of the main kids, he's like going home and like trying to tell his parents about
hardest I've laughed.
Yeah, and he's like, "What are you, fucking retarded? You're white. Shut the fuck up." It's just like so like my theater got a big laugh out of that. But the thing is, I don't know if it would have gotten a big laugh everywhere. Some people would have been like, "Oh, okay."
And I'm from Florida, where we had a governor that didn't want to close anything down. He wanted to keep. He was forced to close stuff down, but then he opened up stuff too early, and it just went rampant in Florida after that. Like because you got politicians that weren't paying attention to Fauci and things like that. You know, it's all over the place. You're right, Austin. It is all over the place. But it just tells you how crazy the whole country was at that time.
Yeah, 2020 itself was all over the place, and I felt like that kind of, is a good example of like just a visual depiction. And by the way, the cinematographer of this, I forget his name, but he did like Seven and like a few other ones. Like
that was great.
Yeah, he's one of the best cinematographers working today, and visually and aesthetically, I think that's what it's trying to convey. It's just how insane, like it felt like that in our heads and in our minds is what the ending of the movie is basically.
All right, yeah, let's wrap this up. We've gone way too long on everything, so let's. Jordan still got his number one. We need to move on.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, just
violence.
But like, but just to, like, oh yeah, but like one last thing is like, how much fun is it when he busted out of that gunshot with the Rambo gun? That just gave it like an actual like element of fun when he just started.
It's cool, but it's so separate though. It's so separate.
Yeah.
Only.
But then also too, I won't dive into. I know we need to move on, but there are also some things about abuse and how like Emma Stone's character was being abusive. You think about her and her like mother-in-law and like all that stuff that was in there too. So that's another element. But anyways, moving on to my number one, I got the ballerina for my number one. Like for me, I'm like, what a kick-ass, fun, amazing, just like ride that movie was. For me, like, I mean, I think that it's like almost right on par, like maybe just a half step down, but not much of all the other John Wick movies. I thought that Ana de Armas absolutely killed it. I thought she was so great doing all the action. Let's see, I wanted to one thing, but yeah, and like just all the settings, all the things, I was there for it because I wasn't sure like if I was gonna like it, but like from the beginning, like that like she's on this rampage, and maybe it's a trope that we've seen before where someone killed her father, and so she's out for revenge. But it's like just with the choreography is the cinematography, the way it's filmed just matches like just on par for me. All the other John Wick movies, going in the club, like that fight, then near the end, like the flamethrower scenes and making it into like a little Swiss village is a lot of fun, because there's even some little things where like they even let the music kind of like not be there for certain scenes when they're fighting like the little kitchen, and they're using all the elements around. They're using the pots and pans and like the different appliances, and they're just like going crazy. And you kind of see even like they slow it down in the parts. You see some of the reactions to some of the different like violence thing, and like you get a good healthy amount of Keanu Reeves in this, so he's there. You get Lance Reddick for a few scenes. That's fun. I mean, I love seeing Norman Reedus pop up. I mean, like that was just one of those movies where I was just so amped up, having so much fun, that the second this thing was over, I wanted to watch it again. Like I'm just like having so much fun. It's like, give me all the John Wick that you have, and like I'm already and open to the spin-offs, because we got a great spin-off. So like I'm curious to see if they do any more spin-offs. I mean, we're probably gonna get one about what's his name? The blind dude from the last one. I don't know why I'm not Donnie Yen, like from his character, and then get more John Wick, and like I just give it all to me, because like I'm a massive John Wick fan. Like I don't know, this franchise can literally almost do no wrong for me. Like I loved it from beginning to end. So
yeah, and it was on my list too. Yeah, I forgot he had it number one, but yeah, I thought Ballerina was just, I went into a John Wick spinoff, just give me John Wick action, and that's what I got.
Yeah.
like you know, and
Exactly.
I like it from a perspective of a woman. Like I actually dug that, and the fact that they play into that in her training, and how they teach her to fight. They teach her to fight like a girl.
Yeah.
They teach her to cheat, to fight dirty. To take advantage of the places you can. And I like seeing her progression in the movie. She has a really rocky first assignment in the nightclub. She takes a beating in that, but they show the progression of her learning. And the next one they show, she took a more stealthy approach. They kind of do the backwards thing where they just show the revelation of everything she went through to get in there, and that works. And then it's like it's nonstop foot on the gas, like pretty much afterwards. From the grenade fight, which is great. I thought that was really creative and a lot of fun. To the stuff in the actual village, and the flamethrower stuff. Not only is it gorgeous to look at, I thought really well filmed, but there's some shit in that where I'm like, I don't know how they filmed that. Like
right.
Practical fire stuff, like
Huh.
people on fire for like extended periods of time, just getting blasted, and it's real.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, I don't know how they did that, but I would love to see some behind the scenes of that. So, I think it fits right in with John Wick stuff. I really dug it. They don't play her up that she's better than John Wick. They make that very, very clear in the movie. For anybody who thought that was the case, it's very, very clear that she is not. But I'm totally fine with that. And yeah, I'm down for a sequel if they want to do it again.
Yeah.
So, I'm
But like even the stuff, so like in the gun shop, she does the same thing. Go to get like a sampling of all the guns, but then it goes haywire, and they gotta fight those guys off there.
Mhm.
Like that's cool too. Or like even the quote from the trailer, where it's like, "How do I start doing what you do? Looks like you already have." Like even that stuff's fun, you know. So
oh yeah, I'm down with the ballerina. So
Yeah.
All right, so let's wrap it up there. We have gotten everybody's top 12, so let's go around the horn. Everybody do a quick recap for anybody just listening. So we're going to the same order. I'll pull them up on the screen each time. My number 12 is 28 Years Later. My number 11 is Drop. My number 10 is Friendship. Number 9 is Companion. My number 8 is Bring Her Back. My number 7 is Novocaine. My number 6, Ballerina. My number 5, Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. My number 4 is The Ugly Stepsister. My number 3 is Sinners. 2 is F1, and my number 1 so far of the year is The Life of Chuck. So there you go.
Awesome.
Mr. Caro, what's your top 12 of the year so far?
You know what? Let's bring Al Pacino here real quick.
There we
Pacino,
go.
let's read off the list, sir. All right. Number 12, Companion. Number 11, Thunderbolts Asterisk. What the fuck kind of title is that? Number 10, K-pop Demon Hunters. Number 9, Superman. Hua. Number 8, The Ugly Stepsister. Number 7, Black Bag. Number 6, Room. Up the ass there. F1. Number 5, Bob Trevino Likes It. Number 4, Bring Her Back. Number 3, Life of Chuck. Number 2, 28 Years Later. Number 1, Sinners, baby. Sinners.
All right.
Thanks, Mr. Pacino. Thanks for
Dan Skip Allen, what is your top 12 of the evening?
Number 12, Legend of Ochi. Number 11, Mission Impossible: Final Reckoning. Number 10, what did I have? F1.
F1, yeah.
Number 9 was Materialists. Number 8 was Dangerous Animals.
Number 8 was Superman.
Number 8.
Do you want to just wait?
I don't have my list with me, so I'm just using.
Read it off right there. There you go. Number 8, Superman. There you go.
Yeah. Number 8 is Superman. Number 7 is Dangerous Animals. Number 6 is 28 Years Later. Number 5, Eddington. Number 4, Ballad of Wallace Island. Number 3, Ephes. Number 2, The Life of Chuck. And number 1, Warfare.
There you go. All right. Wolfman, you want to run down your top 12? Hit it.
Yeah. So my number 12 is Wicked's Pain. Number 11, The Ballad of Wallace Island. Number 10, Deaf President Now. Number 9, Omaha. Number 8, Black News, Terms and Conditions. Number 7, Sinners. Number 6, The Ugly Stepsister. Number 5, Bring Her Back. Number 4, On Becoming a Guinea Fowl. Number 3, 28 Years Later. Number 2, Bob Trevino Likes It. And number 1 is Eddington.
All right. And Jordan, wrap us up with your 12.
But yeah, I'll just say that thanks for all the great recommendation. I got 12 now. That all your guys' movies I haven't seen, so I got a lot to watch. But my number 12, I got Friendship on there. My number 11 is Death of a Unicorn. My number 10, I have F1. Number 9, My Dead Friend Zoe. Number 8 is Sinners. Number 7 is Thunderbolts with an asterisk. Number 6 is Eddington. Number 5 is One of Them Days. Number 4, Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. Number 3, Superman. Number 2, Bob Trevino Likes It. And number 1, Ballerina.
Oh, yeah. All right. So there we go. Those are 12 of the year so far.
Yeah. So we'll see how many of these stick when we get to the end of the year. I mean, probably most, like some of our top picks, maybe. But yeah. So yeah. But that was a fun time. So yeah, we'll we'll just see what the next year has in store, because there's a lot coming out, especially once we get towards Oscar season. There'll be some good stuff coming, so I'm looking forward to it. So yeah, but thanks, guys, and yeah, there'll be a place for most people in the community to talk about movies the best of the year when we get there. So because we'll have a lot of stuff going on, we're gonna have like a podcast like this at the end. We're gonna have a 3-part tournament. We'll have some honorable mention episode, worst of the year.
I'll be doing me and Wolf and JPO and Richie that we always do our worst of the year as well. That's always a lot of fun.
Yep.
So y'all can tune in for that and hear us rant about stuff. That's always a lot of fun. We like
Legend 2.0.
Oh yeah, I'll be ranting again today. You want to hear it all over again.
But then anyone who doesn't get to be a part of any of those or very much or at all, I always do like for all the struggles of the year, I'll do my personal the top 5 movies from every genre too. I'll do that like at the very end after everything's said and done. I'll do that. So yeah, but yeah, we'll do it for us. So we'll just wrap it up. We'll do some quick plugs and then that'll be it. So we'll go to Wolf. Where can we find you?
Yeah, you can find me on my YouTube channel, Mega Movies. Like I said, I did a doubleheader where we just did I'll Always Know What You Did Last Summer drinking game. And then we did, after that, I did the Eddington spoiler discussion. So I was a little drunk for the spoiler discussion.
Eddington is a million times better than I Will Always Know What You Did Last Summer. That's
My God. At least it's more interesting.
I would watch that any day over that for sure.
Give me that. Yeah.
But yeah. So and next month is when we're going to be doing Shark Night 3Ds and in honor of the 50th anniversary release of Jaws. So that should be a lot of fun. So you guys can look out for that. In terms of this week, so this week at one point we're going to be doing a Happy Gilmore commentary because of the new Happy Gilmore film coming out, and we'll be doing a review as well. But also with Fantastic Four coming out, not only are we going to be doing a review of that, both non-spoiler and spoiler, but Tristan had a really fun idea, and we're going to be doing this. I don't have time, and he doesn't have time either to actually go and do a review series of each one like per day. So what we're going to do is we're going to do one video doing an entire compilation of reviewing all the Fantastic Fours leading up to the new one. So it's going to be basically starting with the 90s one all the way up to the Fan Four Sticks. So that should be a good one to just see us just kind of make fun of all the films that have come for. And we're even going to talk about the documentary, Doomed, the untold story of the of Richard Donner's The Fantastic Four. So we're going to be talking about that documentary as well too. So yeah, go there, have fun with us on that video, and yeah, that's what I got coming up.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah. And Dan, where can we find you?
You can find me out. I'm the owner, editor, and chief and head film critic of FromTheFourthRow.com. I've reviewed probably every movie we've talked about. 90% of the ones we've talked about tonight on the website, or one of the writers that write for me have. So you can go to the website FromTheFourthRow.com and you can check out all the reviews of all these movies. Most of the movies that we've talked about. A couple of the ones haven't seen the ones that Wolf said. But yeah.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah. All right. And Jonathan, where can we find you?
Yeah. Thanks for having us tonight. Interesting conversation, especially about Eddington. You illuminated me with that.
Yeah.
You can find me on social media platforms on Twitter, Instagram, Letterboxd, Blue Sky, and Threads at different variations of Caro. Instagram, we wrapped up on Adam Sandler Movies Tournament, Uncut Gems 1. And tomorrow we start with movies.
I think you mean to say Uncut Gems.
Uncut Gems. Tomorrow I'll start on movies of 2005, celebrating 20 years. A lot of movies are celebrating 20 years, like coming out in theaters all of a sudden. So movies of 2005 starts tomorrow. I'll just review the Eddington and what was the other one? Oh, Materialists on there in Letterboxd shortly. And of course, Movie Hero Network. Yeah, it's the start of a long week for me.
Yeah,
the top 128. You'll see Wolf there tomorrow. we'll definitely talk about some interesting movies: action, comedy, drama, crime, thriller, family movies. Yeah, there's a lot of those. It's a lot of variety on here. It's gonna be an interesting one. We'll have a good talk about it. Yeah, I don't think there's only like one 2020s movie on my list that was not brought about on Friday. Let's just say that Jordan's decade list.
Yeah.
Let's just say we said it a lot of times, that movie title.
Yeah.
That's the hint. So yeah, we'll have some fun this week. We'll have a lot of great guests on there. So that's it.
Yeah, sounds good. And Austin,
Yeah,
what
and
you got
you
going
can
on?
mostly find me here on the Movie Hero Network. We did our Wheel of Movies the other night. You can go back and check that out. In honor of Michael Madsen, talked a little Kill Bill Volume 2. So you can go check that out. We had a fun discussion about that one. And then, yeah, we Spun Prisoners will be our next one from 2013. Not this week, but next week for Wheel of Movies. So, yeah, it's been a while since I revisited it, probably since the theaters, actually. So I'll be interested in doing a little rewatch on there. And, yeah, I got some horror trivia coming up on Why We Love Horror, so you can look for that. I was just on Rankum just before this, talking about horror movies that we wouldn't mind seeing a remake of or another adaptation of. So yeah, that was a fun little discussion. Just throwing a few possibilities out there. And then I'll be on Ryan Permison's And I Quote channel on Friday, right before our 128 championship, Jonathan. So we might be starting about 10-15 minutes late. I'll let you guys know, because we'll be doing a MI2 25th anniversary watch along. So, hey,
That's going to be fun.
We'll have a little fun, just chit-chat, Submission Possible, and how far probably more of how far the series has come since then, and some of the John Woo wisdoms in that movie, things like that. So it's been a while since I watched it all the way through. We'll talk about that. So there you go.
Yeah, no dubs will carry on from that show to our show with the top.
Yeah, right.
No way, no dubs.
That's right.
Right.
And the gun foo, yeah.
Doves are here.
Yeah.
What the hell?
The doves, yeah. But yeah, as far as this channel goes, I won't go into everything that I normally do. I'll keep it kind of briefer, but Jonathan, he already mentioned his top 128, and sorry about the lateness of getting all the groups set up. I'll be setting up the part 2 and championship probably after this, though. But I was late on the first one, so Austin just did it, so it's all good. And then you can find all of our socials down in the comment section below, so they're all there if you'd like to get a hold of us, if you'd like to be on an episode, and if you're not subscribed to the channel, we appreciate anyone that can subscribe. So if you're already subscribed, then share it with your neighbor, share it with your friend, share it with your family, share it with everyone, and tell them to subscribe, because that's the biggest thing that you can do to help the channel out, and we really appreciate that. I'm going to really try, hopefully tomorrow. I mean, if not tomorrow, Wednesday. It'll be one of those two to get the Patreon schedule out. So if you go to patreon.com/moviehero, I will be putting up the schedule 5 months out very shortly. And you can sign up for just $1 if you want to get an extended look at the schedule. A little secret that I don't always like to give to people. You can buy it for $3, or if you want to, you can subscribe for 1 month and then cancel your subscription and only pay $1. So you can do that. That's a way to kind of game the system. But as long as you subscribe and you do that helps out us and the channel, but it can also help you out if you want to get first dibs on those episodes, and then other content that we have also costs a little more to see some of the other content. I think like $5 for some of the other podcasts, but the schedule is only $1. So and then just what we have coming up in the immediate future, I'm gonna have a very busy week because we got Jonathan's stuff going on, and then a Saturday hopefully we'll be doing the next episode of Best to Worst, our family a championship episode. We're still trying to finalize that, but was looking pretty promising that maybe Saturday at 8 or 9 p.m. will work. And then I got invited onto Rankum on Sunday. We'll be doing the best sci-fi movies of all time, so I'm excited for that. So that'll be like a pretty huge debate, I feel like. But and then just like a couple after this week for tournament fights and tier ranker. we will be getting into the movies that start with the letter C for a tier ranker because we're doing an alphabet series, so it'll be go on to the letter C. Then we'll have our next versus match will be Will Ferrell versus Seth Rogen movie, so a little comedy battle there. And then our next mystery series where we have 4 mystery tournaments, followed by a championship consisting of the Sweet 16 from each one, will be a family mystery tournament. So that's the next one coming up. So I'll leave it at that. And yeah, but this was a lot of fun, and we'll be back at it at the end of the year to doing a full year podcast just like this. So yeah, but that'll do it for us. So we'll call it good there, and we'll say for Wolfman, for Dan Skip Allen, for Jonathan Caro, for Austin Pez Howell, I've been Jordan the Movie Hero Anderson, and we will see you next time.